The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Yeah.
Highly organized.
Mm.
Gary, you're muted.
Oh, right.
Oh,
check,
no.
check. There we go.
Gary was saying that his office, he rearranged it.
I did.
Sure.
And nothing worked. And
Sure.
it still doesn't. Jesus H.
Stylistic
Christ.
choice.
It's stylistic choice. We thought we just let everybody else talk, and I didn't need to talk in the show. I could just nod and agree. I can do that sometime.
You sound like me.
Yeah.
Or not sound like me?
No, I had it hooked up to the desktop and not.
God, I could say something that would get us
Do it,
immediately
do
on
it.
Twitter.
People.
Don't show my wish!
Oh my god.
Hi, Twitter! How you doing?
Hey.
So early this week as well.
Oh, can we talk about the fact that I am getting paid for Miles Morales' Miles Morales tweets now?
I'm getting paid. I got paid.
I get paid too.
I got paid. You know how much I got paid?
How much you get paid?
What?
$79.02. I got paid.
How does this work? Do you have to like sign up or something?
Yeah, you go into monetize. It gives you, you might be eligible for subscribers. You might not. I'm not doing subscribers. But you can you sign up for a Stripe account and yes, you can get paid, and I got paid.
Yeah.
I got paid a little
And you
more.
get an email saying you've qualified for ad revenue on Twitch.
I got
Yeah, you I think it's 15 million impressions for some set of time. I don't know
it's
how
5
long.
million impressions over a month, but that means impressions
okay.
is people passing by your tweets, right?
Oh, okay.
And the easiest interaction in the world, so, one of the meme guys posted like trigger an audience with one sentence. I'm all, oh, that's easy. It's a layup. Miles Morales is Miles Morales. Gets 100,000 views on Twitter. It just riles people up. And people don't understand that I'm making a factual statement, and they just get upset.
Well, today, because I've only been monetized for like a week, and I got paid $79, and so I put out a tweet today, or it's X or whatever it is. Notice how they changed retweets to now repost.
Yes.
I didn't even notice.
Posts, then.
Yeah. And it says, now that X Twitter are paying me, I guess this is the X tweet. Miles Morales is Miles Morales. Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Steve Rogers is Captain America. Tim Drake is straight. Clark Kent is Superman. The MCU is dead. Ken is the hero we need. And Barbie exposed all feminism is cancer. So I've just kind of gone for a nice dichotomy.
You could have spread them out and made more money, but you decided to go for the not the glancing
for the
blow,
big one,
for the kill shot, the kill shot.
One tweet per all of those. Just put them all out. As
that's what I would have done.
We could do that anyway tomorrow, and it would still have the same effect.
It would.
And then try like in 2s and then in 3s just to see which is the one.
No, I
the
got
same tweet over and over again,
I
getting
went-
a couple of $100.
I went into our FNT Biz DMs, which only you and Chrissy read, apparently. Ryan and Jeremy who are like, I didn't know your phone was turned off. I was like, check the FNT Biz DMs once in a while. That's all I ask. That's what it's there. It's not a secret DM group. It's like, hey, I got a new phone number. But I digress. I mentioned in there that I went in and looked at because I saw Benny got paid out. What did he make? He made a lot of money. Benny.
He made like 4K, I think.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh, I wonder if I got paid. And I started laughing, just laughing, gut laughing my ass off. Like
Laughing.
They paid me pretty good for Miles Morales' tweets. I'm like, oh shit. And you know what? You can make that money too. You can tweet Miles Morales, trigger a fan base, and make a couple of bucks. Buy a sandwich.
Or you could retweet us saying it.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works. I'm not going to bother, but I think this will be, I think Twitter just surpassed, well, I mean, it already was past it, but as far as being a competitor to YouTube, they just surpassed everybody.
Yeah.
They are now the competitor to YouTube.
And this will pull more people onto Twitter if
Oh,
you're
yeah. I mean, I
content
don't know about
creator.
long form stuff and live streaming stuff. I don't know how that'll do on Twitter. We'll see. We'll see.
What did I say to you? You know, what have I said to you over the last, couple of years or so? What's one thing? All these people that get interaction on Twitter, what's one thing they've never been able to do? Get paid.
Get paid. And they all left.
Make money from
and
it.
all the
they-
morons
so-
left.
Yeah.
They fucked off to Threads. And they're like, it's such a hateful, toxic place now. And then all of a sudden, believe me, you will see a stampede come back now that everybody's getting paid. And
You're going to see the most 14-year-old girl tweeting from me that there's ever been.
It's so funny that you could shit post and get money for it, though.
I know. That's why I was laughing. I got $80 for shit posting.
God bless America.
Just a quick $80, a quick nice little backhander of $80 just for posting shit.
You could
to get people wound up.
You could retweet a under Dunny meme and get suspended from
my
NASCAR, but get paid on Twitter. So-
Did he get fired from NASCAR?
I don't
Never
know.
mind, suspended. Didn't he get dropped by his team? Or
well, I think he qualifies for Elon saying, "Hey, we'll pay your legal fees if you got suspended." And we of course we had
and of course
Kara.
the under the knee tweet was the Friday Night Tights tweet.
It was. That was
our Friday. He retweeted liked our Friday Night Tights.
no.
Under that knee.
So
tweet.
it's so yeah, it started because I believe it was Chrissy was singing Under the Knee. And then one of the Legion of Memers made that or found, I don't know if it was from that night, and then he liked it. It's so crazy.
Wasn't it Ryan that did on the knee?
Maybe,
Oh,
and then
No,
and
there
then
was also a super chat that made lyrics for that.
yes,
song
yes,
as
yes,
well.
yes, yes, yes. It
Yes,
was the
yes, yes,
chat.
it
Of
was.
course,
Yes,
it was the
that's
chat,
right.
and then Chrissy started singing it. And by the way, fully monetized live stream last week. Can't even think of maybe because we talked about Lizzo, age restricted, demonetized.
Yep.
Not the FNT where you guys were talking about your balls of sausage over there in the UK and UK cigarettes for about a half an hour. Fully monetized, no problem.
Well, yes, because context matters. So when I'm talking about my pork balls and when I'm talking about my slang cigarettes, that's the context.
Exactly.
Not a slur.
It's not a slur.
context.
Well, either way, you get paid for Miles Morales tweets, and that just is hilarious because you know what? I'd do them for free. If they stop the payment tomorrow, I'd still do them because
Dude,
they're
we've
fun.
been doing them for free for 10 fucking years.
Yeah.
And now Elon said, hey, you know that shit posting that you've been doing for a decade? Yes.
Here you go.
Well, here you go. Get some dollar. Thanks, Elon. Appreciate you, bud.
Thanks. Yeah, appreciate it. That's great. And it might make YouTube make some changes. And we'll see as election season approaches, how much they tighten down. We'll find out. We'll find out. But I'm happy you're all here for the real BBC bagging, boarding, and chatting. We did 2 weeks in a row on my channel because I had to skip out from travel. So that's why we're here on my channel again. Super organized, super planned. I decided to finally, I had wires all over my office. It looked fucking terrible. So I redid everything last night up until 2 a.m. And it mostly worked until I moved to the Meta PC. So that's why we were so late. Apologies. I've got some comic books to show off, including Isom 2. Which we got in. I got my new shirt. My hat's downstairs. We got Anime Matsuri coming up. I'm going to be there. Drinker's going to be there. Eric July's going to be there. It's going to be fun. Nick Ricade is going to be there. Mr. Nerdrotic. Perry Chan is going to be there. Perry fucking Chan.
Perry Chan.
So we'll let you know what's going on with that. But let's get on with this effing show, dude. Hello, Az.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, MauLer.
Nailed it. Goodbye. I thought it was subversive.
You subverted my expectations.
Yeah, you didn't expect that. You expect that later. I'm going to say hi at the end of the show now. I got to remember. Otherwise, I'll fuck it up. But yeah, hi. Are we doing actual intros or are we just saying hi?
Just saying hi or intros. You can tell us what you're up to. I know what you've been doing the last week, sir. Doing a very good job of it.
Now. Az was like completely oblivious to it. You haven't seen any of it. He's not following my antics. Ridiculous.
It's more that I don't follow the antics of the people who you've been brushing shoulders with, so it just never came.
Well, yeah.
Randomly
This way, a lot of it
smashing
comes through
into-
recommendations from YouTube or whatever, and nothing, not a thing.
Well, like I was saying to Az, it actually feels like it's been ages since I've talked to you guys, and I think it's because of the fact that it's been like every day for me has been like an event of some kind. Some weird, crazy shit has been happening. But yes, basically, like the React shit has kicked off again. It does every year. I'm starting to wonder if there's like a seasonal thing to it where a bunch of Twitch streamers just want to steal everything, and it attracts and angers more and more YouTubers because some ordinary gamers is really going after them at this point. And some streamers that I'm familiar with started trying to defend it, and then I was like, "I'll come on and talk about it." And then I ended up debating XQC, a man who, if you've not heard of him, somehow has the biggest audience on Twitch, I believe. I don't know if he like of all streamers. How much does Dr. Disrespect get in terms of view count?
He gets about 20 to 30,000 people a stream on YouTube. He used to get much more on Twitch, but he gets about 20 to 30,000 watching on YouTube as standard. If he does something that people are really into, that can go up between 30 to 50,000.
Yeah, XQC goes up to like 50,000 playing like Overwatch and reacting to videos. And yeah, I spoke to him about how you probably should be transforming the videos. It was interesting. Got to understand the point of view a bit better from Twitch streamers. There is an element that they believe the community aspect essentially transforms the experience such that it shouldn't be something that's considered like stealing, essentially, and that they're more than willing to credit where it comes up, and yet people like Hassan and others will randomly forget. But like there's other people cropping up that are getting more and more ambitious with this thing. I don't know, have either of you heard of any of you heard of Sniper Wolf?
No.
Yes, I'm aware of her. Yeah.
She's a fascinating one. She's just stealing all the TikTok videos that go viral, putting her own face on it and going, ooh, whoa, wow. The Act Man made a tweet pointing out that one of her videos of like a compilation of like 5 reactions to TikTok, she just repeats them in the same video to pad it out to get it to like the monetization runtime.
Yeah, the 8-minute. Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. And you know, you just come to a conclusion that like they just don't want to make shit, man. They don't want to create. They want to just make the money.
Being a hot woman on the internet is the easiest thing in the world.
Yep.
It really is.
It's the easiest thing in the world.
And then and then XQC battled H3H3's Ethan Klein in a live debate, and it was a fucking catastrophe. They just toss insults at each other. XQC does the worm on camera for some reason. I don't know how it helped his argument.
Like
and
the
then
dance
after,
move?
It sounds like some
Yeah.
Zoomer type shit that I don't need to know.
Ethan ends up booting him, and then he starts posting tweets about how XQC's in his DMs basically being like, calling him bald and saying they start talking about each other's like marriage status. It's all just cancer. And it's
Yes.
this weird like YouTubers versus streamers thing that keeps coming back when it's you understand at the core of all of it. It's just like, just make something for fuck's sake. Just turn on the camera and talk about your favorite cheese. That's all I ever really want from people. Just make something. Stop taking other people's shit.
You're gonna have the ability to do that.
People can talk about cheese as I believe in them, no matter what, wherever you're from.
I love cheese.
But they might not get the audience that they get from Steve.
No. No. And then, of course, yeah, with every fucking second of waking hours I have between those things, I've been editing, and it's getting so close. The video's almost done, and it feels good to finally be there.
I'm excited.
That sounds like something we just can't do anything about. I watched a lot of your coverage on this, and
really,
I did.
Did you survive it? Are you okay?
I'm fine. Well, I was doing
a lot of
stuff.
people.
I kept myself busy.
Like, a lot of people said they gave up after like a few minutes of listening to XQC because his English is
he's annoying, but I wanted to see. I wanted to understand.
Is he English?
Is he American or?
He's French Canadian.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's a whole load of fucking shit to unpack there, isn't it?
He talks like this.
It all makes sense now.
Because this thing's really fast, so you can't fucking understand what the fuck he's saying all the time. That's kind of what it is.
What
is that all about?
If you ever start content creation and it starts to go to your head a little bit, you start going, my channel's getting pretty big. I'm pretty awesome.
When somebody pays you $130 million or whatever it is to go onto their fucking platform, you're living in fucking La La Land then.
And then you see that, and there's an audience for him. That's fine. Gets $100 million, and DSP's gonna outlive us all. And the Uber Eats driver at one point got over.
It's not going so well for DSP right now.
The Uber Eats driver got over 100,000 at one point. It keeps you in check. You just go, not that special. I mean, like XQC.
Everyone could be a flash in the pan, though. It's consistency.
It's consistency, but like I think I've seen XQC in React videos, like calling movies that we hate shit at one point in the past. I think that's the only time I've ever seen the guy. Never knew his name, but I guess he's the biggest streamer on Twitch. So
yeah, and people keep asking me like, how did that happen? Don't know.
Like Doctor just. I mean, he doesn't do a lot of reacting at all. He might, when he's warming up on his stream, somebody in it will say, hey, watch this trailer for this new game, or watch this interview with so-and-so, because it's pertaining to what he does. So, he'll actually have something to add to that conversation. But, Dr. Disrespect, he's got this character down to a T. He's an innovator, he's creating his own products. He's just a merch demon, and he's entertaining as fuck. He
doesn't surprise me in terms of his view count. I've seen some of his stuff, and I'm like, I get it. I understand how you got here. There are other people I do not understand how they got there, and the mysteries of life. I need there to be a documentary, probably like narrated by, I don't know, someone famous and old that can explain the nature of
Anthony Hopkins.
Like XQC. Yeah, why not? And be like, these creatures start out on Twitch streaming some Overwatch, and as time goes on, this, that, and the other, so I can finally understand it. I need to know the genesis of it and how it develops, just so I can understand the life cycle. Because when you find out, like, oh yeah, the guy you're talking to who could barely string a sentence together has 50,000 people watching him desperately. I mean, the idea that you're stealing content still doesn't even seem to explain that to me. I'm like, there's got to be something else, right? There's got to be more to it. But it's quite a role model system, isn't it? Like, you can just just watch everyone's videos.
Yeah. You know who'd be good for that? I think Sean from Think Before You Sleep should do a video on that. I feel like he could do
Explain
it.
to us how this all happened.
Please.
He should. But there's not much we can do about it. I think it's case by case basis. That's all fucking TikTok is, by the way, MauLer. It's a much shorter version of it, but it's a bunch of people watching each other's videos going,
Well, yeah,
It's
I assume
also
you guys...
it's a rich bunch of people who are taking videos of people who don't have
there's Ian Miles Chong.
resources.
Ian Miles Chong has made an art form of it. Okay.
Yeah, he's just a professional grifter, doxer, thief. You name it. Niels, fucking Miles Chong is one of them. But these people taking the content, the people whose content they're stealing, they don't like. Imagine. Okay, let's actually get a specific example. Okay, so stop being general. Let's get a specific example. What happened if JXE decided to sue Hassan Piker? Let's just look at exactly. He wouldn't. He wouldn't.
No.
But B, but if he did, look at the disparaging resources that would be there.
He would not win.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, is he would not win. He would lose.
Yeah.
Wait, you think Jay wouldn't win?
Jay would not win, no.
Why?
The way the laws are here in America, because it would have to be the IP laws in America. Intellectual property is the vaguest form of law there is out there. It is tough.
Well, didn't H3 win his case, and didn't Sargon win his case?
Maybe.
Yes.
But
I know that they're not. Sargon's not American.
But Jay's in the UK, right? And he's taken on Hassan, who has a lot more money than Jay.
The money aspect would change it, yeah. But
yes,
we're talking. I don't know if you know, Gary, but we're talking about. He put on Jay's video and just left. So like the plagiarism aspect's pretty easy to prove.
And then what he would do is he would then show in court the periods where he did react and say,
where he did make
it
transformative. Yeah, it
doesn't matter that I went away for 10 minutes to make chicken fucking nuggets. It doesn't matter about that. It's look, I did react here, and it's an X amount of time video, and I responded to such and such. Therefore, and also he could just bleed him dry. He could just bleed him dry before it got to court. Which is what a lot of big companies, what a lot of people with finances.
That's all true, but I imagine Hassan would like if there was any easier way out, right? If he was like, "Can I just delete the video? Can I just credit you? Can you just fucking leave me alone?"
Yeah.
Like you would obviously want to opt for that.
Paid for in exposure, MauLer.
I've seen there was a couple clips going viral, and funny enough, they were from the EFAB episode on Hassan, the one where like we're just laughing when he says, what am I supposed to do? Die? Like in reference to not having videos on, but also the one where he says like sometimes my mom isn't here to cook me chicken, and so I have to do it myself, and that means that I need to leave a video on. It's like, oh.
Imagine if when you decided to go cook yourself some chicken nuggets, you actually had some content you had created to play for your audience.
And I was about to say, Gary, the 4-point fair use, whatever it is, like Hassan's got no fucking chance in hell arguing he did all 4 points, because one of them is like you can only use what's necessary, and he's just like played the whole thing.
Yeah, it would be so tough to go through the process, getting it heard. Yeah, like Jay being in the UK, most people would not, and it would cost him a lot of money.
Well, yeah, and you're touching on something that's really important, that the Twitch people know this, like that the YouTubers are not going to be putting, like, it's something I tried to explain to these people, and they didn't understand. I was like, YouTubers don't want to use these tools against other creators. That's not something we want to do.
No, it's the unwritten law. We don't DMCA. You don't fucking do it. The deal is you just got to shame the individual. There's not much more you can do beyond that.
And it works.
Because it just ends up being a spitting match. And like there's times where it helps. There's times where it doesn't. If people are going to like rip off my content, fine. I don't, like there's not, what am I going to do? I'm not going to fucking DMCA him. So I'm just not.
Someone sent me a clip where XQC, he comes up from downstairs and he's on his stream. He's got a drink next to him. This shit was so fucking funny. And then he says, chat. He pulls up Paint and he's got a drawing of a drink. And he says, what the fuck is going on? I go to my fridge. I grab my drink. And like, it's fine. Everything's fine. I take it upstairs. And then like 5 minutes later, I go to pick it up. And it's fucking wet. Why is it wet? Where the hell is the water coming from? It's leaking. What the hell is going on?
Condensation?
Someone in chat says condensation.
Oh no.
He Googles condensation and goes condensation. And then he says, "What the fuck is this? What water just exists from nothing?" And I legit was like, "No way."
Oh no.
I can't remember when I learned about condensation, but I know it was a single digit
In
A.
high school.
We're doomed.
In high school. That's when. I think when I was about 12 years old.
Apparently, it's one of his more famous clips. He just didn't know. He hadn't heard of condensation.
Well, maybe that's why people watch him, because he's so fucking dumb and funny. Maybe
Is it dumb or is it playing dumb though?
Is he a
I don't
himbo?
care. I don't fucking care. Oh my god, it's.
This is what reality TV did to us. Reality TV took away rewarding excellence and brilliance and intelligence and decided to reward stupidity and bad behavior. This is all stemming from fucking reality television. The whole fucking lot of
it. I've just linked, if Gary or Az, if you can pull up that's another clip highlight that someone sent me, and
I'll do it.
I kind of lost it.
And then, yeah. I don't know. As McGold fucking shot one of my videos well over 1 million and got me probably 5,000 subs.
Wow. So this is
with the shout out. So
solid, mate.
Yep.
You're gonna want to look at the screen for this, okay? So this is he's playing one of the Uncharted games, and a quote comes up on screen, and then he reads it. Okay, just give this a listen.
Okay.
Chat. Jam, a man of fortune, and Jay must seek my fortune. Henry Avery's 1994.
1994.
Sorry, play that again, please.
It sounds like me reading a super chat, to be honest, to be fair.
Jam, a man of fortune, and Jay must seek my fortune. Henry Avery's 1994.
This is why people watch him. It all makes sense now.
Dude, I fucking lost it. Jam, I have a fortune.
It's like
quote about Jam.
It's hours of Orgigante and T. Louis too. That's what it is.
Let's get it with us. I don't know.
Oh God! So you just went down the lowest common denominator. Whatever. If you enjoy the shit, I don't care.
Absolutely, dude. I think that's funny as fuck, and I would happily. I think that all of us have had moments like that in games or stream or whatever. I'm obviously more concerned about the fact that you shouldn't be stealing content. That's all.
Yeah.
Or give credit. It's that simple. Make it transformative. Give credit. Share a link. Doesn't matter what you say. You could shit on me or Az or MauLer all you want. I don't care. But just hey, this is where the video is. It's the decent thing to do. That's asking a lot. I was watching a Quartering's video, and I guess a viewer walked up to Hassan when he was eating lunch, and it's like, whatever. Like that's happened to me. You just say hi, don't be a fucking dick. And he ran. Did you see that? We got to go now. We got to go. Like after the guy was cordial and said, hey, he had his camera out, whatever. But he's like, hey, what's up? How's it going? And then he basically bailed out, got freaked out because somebody walked up to him. So weird. It's weird, but oh well. He's a weird dude. He's a dude, bro, jock commie. It's not the kind of thing.
Socialist.
He's a jock. He's a fucking meat-headed dude, bro. Who did bro tips, and now he's a fucking commie because he's never worked a fucking day in his life. He
watched Bro Science, decided
that
to do
is
that
some
and did
shit
it badly.
I never thought I'd see is a dude, bro, jock commie. That's just that doesn't even compute to me as somebody
He's
who's
not
lived
a
on
commie.
this earth.
The commie bit's the grift.
I know. I understand that.
He's as capitalist as they got. He's
But,
the biggest
dude,
capitalist around.
As reality is perception. And the perception of him is he's a fucking commie and he's a dude, bro. He's a meathead. Yeah, whatever.
Well, didn't he? And as well, he got into controversies for not paying his editors properly. It's just like, oh fucking hell! It's all so funny.
Whatever. He could exist. I guess he got ripped by H3H3 or Ethan Klein or whoever the fuck he is. I don't watch a second of that shit. So whatever. Let it exist. Let them expose themselves. Let's talk about Hollywood and not YouTubers. Hi, X-Ray Girl. And
Hi.
Twitch streamers.
I wanted to use my intro for something very, very, very important because this is very exciting. At least, I think it's exciting. There are additional RSVPs for the UK meetup.
Additional free tickets. Yes, I posted this on our community section yesterday. We were able to get 150 more. So there are, I believe, some still available.
Yep. So if you missed out the first round, the Eventbrite is just in the description. So check it out there.
Yeah.
Hopefully you get to go.
Yeah.
So
sorry, the first round sold out because we weren't sure what the turnout was going to be in a different country in the middle of the week, in London, where so many people were like, fuck London. But we had to start there.
It's a nightmare.
I know. Oh, dude, I've been there. Like, I can't imagine driving in that city. I mean, dude, I was watching Clarkson's Farm. What's the kid's name? Caleb?
Oh, Caleb, yeah.
Yeah, Caleb driving around in London was hilarious. That was great. But it's a centralized location, and it's where we can meet. We're gonna maybe do something later that's a little less formal, but we have extra tickets. It is from 6 to 10, and from 6 to 8, the
little ones.
You can bring the little ones as long as they're accompanied by a guardian, and then we'll have a good time. We're going to have some fun guests there. We're still confirming all that stuff. But yeah, it was tough to get a place, but this place has been awesome. So Sports Bar and Grill, big thumbs up. You're fucking awesome. And thanks for doing this for us. I appreciate it. Anything else, X-Ray Go?
As you're doing a good job with your workouts, it inspired me a little bit. Now I do super squat square ups.
Super squat square ups. Wow.
What do we call it? Carrie's
What?
face. Yeah. So, in 2 weeks, I'm going on vacation. I'm going to be hiking. I was looking at the hike and I'm like, I haven't been climbing upstairs or mountains and stuff like that to prep myself. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to just go for it. For every dollar donated, super chat or whatever, I'm going to do some sort of squat activity because I need to up my my workouts. Otherwise, I might die on the mountain.
So you're thoughting your squats and your square ups so you can get to inspire you to get a workout. Did I get that right? Am I in the description?
Pretty much, yeah.
In this, okay. All right, good.
Yep.
Capitalism. It works.
Yep.
I told you, being a woman on the internet is the
Easiest thing
fucking thing
ever.
in the business.
Yep.
It's like, how did you get such a big following? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not wearing the right shirt for that, but I don't know.
I think they like me for my brain and stuff. Okay.
Oh,
My personality and things.
What's condensation?
Yeah. Is that where you think really hard?
And your brain just sweats?
I'm condensating right now. Okay, guys, don't bother me. I'm condensating.
I'm condensating about it.
Condensation? Oh my God.
Don't be so condensation.
Condensation's when you think so hard that you start sweating.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, you know who's gonna be sweating? Marvel.
Mm.
Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'll put the link in the chat.
The Deadline article?
The Variety article. Here it comes.
A Variety. I don't have that one.
I'm posting a meme that you'll all like.
Under the knee?
No,
Under the-
different meme.
A different meme? Okay.
There you go.
Where's that? Where I can't see it.
Do you want me to share it? Should
Yeah.
I share it?
Yes.
Okay.
Women,
Alright.
look at that
I
reaction.
can't see
Someone's
it.
gotta
I
share
can't see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Grown
Right,
men.
man.
You read it.
No, you did the woman part. You did the woman part.
Grown men, why are you still playing video games?
Ken, same reason you wear makeup. It's a nice little escape from reality. Bruce,
Oh my god.
keep saying it. Women, false advertising. False advertising. That is such a great response.
Boost.
Boost. Destroyed. I'd like to report a murder. That's what you got to put out on those screens.
Please, I'd like to report about it.
The Variety article. There you go. Oh no! A Midstay Film Actors Guild strike, a Writers Guild strike. Now the Marvel VFX artists have decided to make sure all of their jobs get outsourced by unionizing. Oh shit! Hollywood is going nuts, folks. VFX artists have been trying to do this since the last strike, by the way, and this is all the quote unquote below the line people or post production people have been going for this. I don't know. I have to look into, like, is this the effects department that Marvel decided to start on their own instead of using third-party effects departments who are generally contract workers? I don't know how this is going to work as a union, but IATSE, they're going to join IATSE, which is the stage workers union. I'm shocked.
The Yahtzees.
The Yahtzees. The Yahtzees. The Yahtzees. The IATSEs. Not the Nazis, the IATSEs. Okay. Even though they're all socialist. Sorry. Visual effects, VFX crews. Here, I can read it on my side. At Marvel Studios have voted to unionize. IATSE announced on Monday. A press release notes that a supremacy majority of Marvel's more than 50 worker crew had so it's like it's 50 people. Most of the special effects are done by third party, which are all going to get outsourced, by the way. They're all going to get, it's all happening. Like, goodbye, American VFX artist. it's gonna happen. And AI. A worker crew has signed authorization cards indicating they wish to be represented by the IATSEs. Okay. For almost half a century, workers in the visual effects industry have been denied the same protections and benefits their coworkers and crewmates have relied upon since the beginning of Hollywood film industry, said Mark Patch, VFX organizer for the IATSEs. In a statement announcing the filing.
They really got to change that fucking
They
name.
really do. This is a historic first step for the VFX workers coming together with a collective voice. Oh, and demanding respect for the work we do.
Oh,
Joining
what
me.
can you say?
What can you say? The unionization effort marks the first time VFX professionals have banded together in such a fashion, as this segment of the industry has largely remained non-union. For a reason, because you toss a rock up in the air, you toss something up in the air. Maybe it's Southern California, so you take a little piece of human poo and you toss it up in the air. It's going to land on a post-production worker and a VFX artist. That's why. IATSE represents more than 168,000 technicians, artisans, and craft persons working in the movie and TV But while positions like production designers, art directors, camera operators, sound editors, hair and makeup artists, costumes, wardrobe, script supervisors, grips, lighting, props, and paint, among others, have historically been represented by the IATSEs. The release explains workers and VFX classifications historically have not, because it's largely been contract. So it's come and go. It's a gig. It's gig-based. Added VFX coordinator Bella Huffman. Turnaround times don't apply to us. Protected hours don't apply to us. The pay equity doesn't apply to us. Visual effects must become a sustainable and safe department for everyone who suffered far. Okay. Guys, you make pixels, okay? I respect it. I do, but you make pixels. You're not going to a salt mine. Who suffered far too long for all the newcomers who need to know they won't be exploited. Well, don't work in fucking Hollywood.
Yeah.
Don't. It is it exploits everybody. The town is exploitation.
Unions, I guess.
Yes. Hence all the unions. And how much have they really helped? The unions could have stopped a lot of this streaming stuff, not completely, but they had a chance to get out in front of a lot of stuff and didn't, because they got such a sweetheart deal over COVID. When Gavin Newsom allowed a lot of the people in the entertainment industry to work, when many of us who were in California were considered non-essential. Non-essential. But the pretenders were. Not going to forget that one. The VFX artist decision also comes amid a wider wave of union activity this summer as writers and actors continue to march the picket lines in a historic double strike. By the way, the unions exploit the workers too. Just pointing that out. We are witnessing an unprecedented wave of solidarity that's breaking down old barriers in the industry and proving we're all in this fight together. That doesn't happen in a vacuum. Or does it happen when, say, as, for example, say a ship is sinking, but it's not like the Titanic. There's enough lifeboats to at least get off, right? People would work together. People would work together to get off the sinking ship. So what you're doing is working together while the ship is sinking to go down with the ship together. Because there's no money. There's no fucking money for this shit. For mandated fucking writers' rooms.
But don't you think this is a damning indictment of how much reliance there is on CGI now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, and, it's worth mentioning, like, the VFX teams for films that you don't even think that there are VFX for is, like, insane.
Yeah.
And it's like, so yeah, things like Ant-Man, as the image was attached to the article, it's like those films are absolutely nuts.
Could you imagine if Beverly Hills Cop was made today? I wonder how much of that would be made up of special effects and CGI.
I just watched Twisted Metal. And they CGI'd most of the car scenes. Cars. Not like the missiles and the fucking guns. I'm talking the entire car.
We don't have any cars anymore. They're a fiction thing.
So like the wide shots where they're going down the roads, it looks like maybe that's part of the aesthetic, but it looks like a freaking CG car. I don't think you needed that. I just don't. I think you could have gotten a drone and had a real guy drive a car. I think that probably would have been cheaper. I'm just guessing. So remember CG was supposed to save money because practical effects were getting so expensive.
Remember when purchasing digitally was meant to save money?
Yes.
And then it became the local corner shop. Everything got inflated for convenience.
Yeah, and those fucking moments in the credit sequences, if you ever watch them in a Marvel film, it's like, here comes the VFX people. Then 10 minutes later, it's like, now here are the senior VFX people.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
Here's the entire country of Malaysia, by the way. Every single person here's mad at Chrissy Mayer.
For the fallen down below.
I know.
In the because it's coming anyway, but in my Quantumania video, I've got a snippet from their audio commentary where they joke about not paying the CG people. It's just like, why the fuck are you poking the bear on that one? Why would you want to do that with all the controversies you're drowning in?
Well, Taika Waititi came out and actively
Yep.
embarrassed them
Yeah.
on his embarrassing movie,
Mm-hmm.
as if he was trying to say, "Oh, the reason why it's bad is because the poor CGI effects, and not because I wrote an absolute garbage script
You know what?
and directed a fucking mess."
I can live if there's a good story. I can live with crappy effects. I can.
Sure.
But they become very noticeable when you're watching a really dog shit movie, like story
Like
wise.
Thor.
So, like Thor, exactly.
Or Ant-Man, or Black Widow, or
Or
the
Flash.
Eternals, or Shang-Chi.
How dare you? When we saw Cassie run in Ant-Man, I believed it.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, totally. And it was such a moving line when she said, "Don't be a dick."
Don't be a dick.
Isn't it
I
crazy
thought I
if-
know how to be.
Like we're this far ahead, ahead of the times where CG was introduced, and they can't even get animations right anymore. Which, by the way, I'm willing to believe is not the animators' like limitations on talent. It's the whole crunch and poor scheduling and all that sort of stuff. But unreal that we're at that
Oh, look at-
point. A
Yeah.
person running.
Jurassic Park is the absolute benchmark. Wonderful balance between real animated constructions and CGI.
Yeah.
And you know, I know we keep saying it, but what was that? 1993 Jurassic Park.
Well, I mean,
30 years
from,
ago?
I
it's
talked
from that wonderful era, because Lord of the Rings is a part of that era. The marrying of CG and practical.
and digital. It actually happened in the midst of the trilogy because Fellowship was prior to digital, and then it was digital from Two Towers on.
Yeah, and like, you know, like the
Same with,
the arrival of like the Easterlings and the Rohirrim and
the
stuff. All of
prequels.
that is gorgeous, and it's
Yep.
a lot of CG.
Yep. And it looks beautiful. And if you look at older Marvel stuff, CG's great. Iron Man has pretty good CG for 2007, right?
Dude, we've talked about it before. Iron Man's probably the best looking possibly in this first movie.
Yes.
Like, it's
Yeah.
So
fucking
it just
great.
so it's not the artist's fault. All right, they are overworked by these producers. It's a heavily produced industry. Somebody did bring up in another article, it's not this one, that you still need good producers in Hollywood, and Hollywood is not getting the best and the brightest anymore. It's not the best job in the world. You have to just do a lot of ass kissing, and you're not getting the best anymore. And it's become such a producer heavy town now because of you just got to push out content. That's all it is. There used to be a curation involved of like, well, not everything we're going to put out is great on broadcast television. Paul Chato's talked about this, but you got to fill slots. But for the most part, they try to find the best show. Now it's just like, we need stuff. We need stuff. We need it now. Don't care what it looks like. These dumb Marvel fans will eat it up. And that's what they think, by the way. None of those producers watch this shit, by the way. None of them do. None of them watch their own shit.
The Marvel fans, they're not eating as much anymore. What's going on, though? They're not eating that Secret Invasion. They're all spitting it up.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's shit, but some of us knew it was going to be shit. Like we saw it coming because they were copying a template that turned to shit. See, it's like it's science, but it's fucking not. It's like, oh, I just experienced this before in a very similar manner in the comics. They tried to race and gender swap everybody, turn everybody gay. The storytelling went to shit. They started paying their artists less and less, so they didn't get the cream of the crop anymore. And we got Vita Ayala writing 10 comics the same way, all talking about BIPOC lesbians or whatever, or TikToker mutants. Yeah, it went to shit. And they did the same fucking thing in the MCU, expecting different results. But yet they are paid. These producers are paid millions of dollars. Yes, they're paid millions of dollars. And
by the way, because I know that this audience will definitely be aware of it, but Secret Invasion was special, and the ending is a big CG battle. It probably cost them insane man hours and money, and it was one of the most disastrous fights in the MCU.
It was terrible.
It was awful.
It was freaking terrible, dude. Rings, DNA. DNA passed on rings and tattoos.
I think, because when you see a scene with that much shit, you're like, what's going to be the iconic imagery that people remember by? It's got to be the Drax arm, right? I think that's it.
I think that's going to become the meme. That will be the meme.
I really do think that symbolizes the MCU.
Yeah.
I think more than anything.
Everything wrong with it.
Yeah. is little Amelia Clark with Drax's arm.
Do you know that she has a quote, by the way, for an interview where she said, "If people don't like something I've done or a choice in the franchise I've made, then I mean, we've already done it, so there's not much I can do."
She's just giving up.
Yeah, well, this is about Secret Invasion, so you know that she's aware that everyone hates that just as much as they fucking hated Game of Thrones' ending, and so she's just sitting there like, I can't do anything. It's already filmed. Like, it's too late.
It was great when she's going around with the Game of Thrones going, season 8, what's it gonna be like? Best season ever! They just can't stop laughing because they know it's a fucking disaster before it's even come out.
You know what she needs? She needs to be in like a raunchy comedy and then some rom-coms and a sitcom. She'd be great. She'd make a ton of money.
God, Gary, we can put her in shit like the MCU if they want, but make her play a fun, happy character instead of the fucking lame, serious women who like, I will defeat you.
She's like, not an action star.
Amelia Clark. Amelia Clark could play Dazzler. She'd be great. So
she can play someone's sister who's just helping them out when they're moving house.
Yep.
Like she would be great.
Yeah.
A human.
She's like, yeah, she's really charming in real life. So and they miss that somehow. Because
did you hear about
they make her an action star?
The wedding of Mrs. and Mr.
Yes.
Emma Frost.
Let me get through that and we'll show that off because I mean Marvel Comics is fucking dead. It is deader than dead.
IDW looks like it's now, and it's just ready to fall. It looks like IDW is ready to go any day now.
I can't believe
anytime now.
I can't believe it's lasted this long.
That's what she said.
It did. It lasted longer than Big Chief Studios.
Oh, too soon, Gary. We both lost a lot of money.
Fuck, I'm pissed about that. We'll talk about it later. Okay, so we are witnessing an unprecedented wave of solidarity. I read that part. Marvel VFX artists have made headlines in recent months as the effects of recent films and TV projects, including Antifa Man and Commie-Mania, Thor Love and Blunder, She-Hulk, and Secret Invasion, or Secret Transition, have been met with criticism. Simultaneously, a wave of artists allege poor working conditions for Marvel projects in a series and stories published across the internet. Oh, wow. Stories published. Workers reportedly complained about the studio's demanding post-production schedules, with concerns ranging from unrelenting overtime to chronic understaffing to inability to avoid delivering substandard work to constantly changing deadlines. Vulture was not the first to report on it. It was actually a Reddit post from a VFX artist, anonymous VFX artist, who said, "This is crazy. This is crazy shit." Okay. So how does this woke Hollywood is kind of ending as we know it. It'll never ever fully go away, folks. And nor I don't really care if it stays in Barbie or independent films. We're always going to get woke stories. But as far as like absolutely subverting established lore, male brands and turning them into intersectional feminism fever dreams like The Witcher is a great example of a showrunner that lied to the audience repeatedly, a showrunner that hates the main character, and I think has a serious problem with men. Something happened in her life, not sure what it is, but she has a serious problem with fucking men because she doesn't know how to write them, and she's only slightly worse at that than writing women, by the way, because the women were all unlikable. See you next Tuesdays in that for the most part, too. But, I mean, that's the kind of thing I think is coming to an end. And now that they're all fighting each other, remember they were all solidarity with the producers and they were going to do this ESG stuff. And they're all like, oh yeah, we're woke and we don't need it. We don't need that nasty common sense audience that we're all just going to perceive as Nazis. Well, it turns out you need them. You've got less money now. The streaming bubble has burst. So what you're fighting over is a smaller piece of the pie.
They're fighting with each other now. Let them fight.
I say let them fight.
You got the writers striking who are writing dog shit. You got the actors striking who are the most privileged fucking people on the planet. You got the VFX people wanting to unionize to go to war against both the writers and the actors. Let them go. Let them burn their own industry down.
And it's been the producers, the writers, directors, and actors who have all, at some point or another over the past few years during The Last Jedi, Star Trek, have made a point to come after the fans. That's why the paying customer could give two shits. And that's something like Variety will go through somersaults and move goalposts and all kinds of mental gymnastics, not to mention how much Hollywood is pissed off America.
Did you just say menstrual gymnastics?
Menstrual gymnastics. Yes, I meant to say it. No, I didn't. But it came.
I'm going to coin that menstrual
Gymnastics.
When a female producer fucking
No,
tries to
I just coined it.
femsplain
You're going to
something.
take it. Let's get that right.
You also said could give a shit. You mean couldn't, Gary. You
I said-
Americans ruined that.
Mm.
You made it backwards. Could
Yeah.
give a shit is the opposite of what you're trying to say.
No, well, yeah, because we made it backwards. But you still know what we're saying, don't you? Don't you?
Yeah, but
Don't
that's
ya?
not-
Yeah,
Don't you?
because
So
we
that's
have
all
to,
that matters.
We have to get into the mind of the mental retardation of the American language.
No,
Exactly.
we are just, you know what? We're refining it. All right. You
I
guys
feel
are.
my brain condensating now.
Yeah, like
Oh,
you
no.
guys can sit there and talk about your fucking crumpets for a half an hour. All right. We're just
You're
going to go.
jealous that we have that kind of passion.
Yeah.
No. No.
You
No,
just go,
it's
"Oh,
not
I wish
passion.
I was
That's
as
you have
happy as
that
they
kind
are
of
to talk
time
about
because it's
Trump."
always pissing, raining, and miserable in your country, and you don't go outside and you can't do anything.
Well, it's not today,
Yeah.
but it might have been
misery
for the
loves
vast
company.
majority of July.
It's not like you could go out to dinner because your food sucks, and it's always fucking raining. And wherever you
Listen, Gary,
and-
Gary, I could give two shits.
whatever. Hey, are you sure? Are you sure, MauLer? Because you'd have to like run it by your counsel if you want to give or take two shits, and then
Got a
wait
license
6
for
months.
that.
Probably.
So
Sorry,
this, is,
the council
Anyway.
don't give.
this
two
is
shits.
America. Okay, we could give two shits on the sidewalk on fucking San Francisco right now.
Talk about San Francisco that way.
Oh,
Oh my
Hey, by
god!
the way, congratulations to Justin Trudeau for coming out.
Congratulations. He came out. Oh, he did come out because he's a Barbie fan.
yeah.
A movie that's for. Wait,
Hey, Az is a Bobby fan too.
No,
people.
I'm a Ken.
White
I'm a Ken
girls.
fan.
Ken fan. All right.
Well, I'm
fine.
sure Trudeau is a Ken fan too.
Well,
As
that
what
was
you-
it because he said we're Team Barbie on his tweet, and I thought that's weird. I thought you'd be into Ken.
Oh.
I saw that Shad made a video called "Ken is not the hero of the movie," and I felt attacked. I was like, "How could he say that? That's so
Ken
mean."
is the hero of the movie.
Ken's the hero of all movies, not just that movie.
Every movie, yeah.
Ken saved the movie.
Shad, you
loved
know
him
what
in
I love
Terminator
about
2.
what I love about Shad is he'll have a point and he makes sure you know every detail about his point. And he will not go away until you know every single detail about his point. That's why we love Shad.
That's the beauty of it, though,
It's the
because
beauty
you
of
know
shit.
how many times we keep getting the, "Oh my god, you're just fucking living in echo chamber." Bitch, you try and find a Friday Night Tights where everyone agrees on something. And dare you?
Yeah. Oh, I agreed with you. I probably shouldn't have. No.
Yeah, no. I said
terrible.
FNT, you know, we were okay on the real BBC. We can be an echo chamber here.
That's absolutely awful and terrible. That's really weird.
Shad's Knuff, though. Shad is.
Shad is Knuff. He absolutely is Knuff. You want to bring up the? Can you bring up that Iron Man thing, Az? Or do you want?
Oh,
do you want us
I have
to?
a Bounding into Comics
That'll work.
article.
That'll work.
This one? Is that-
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The tweet from Marvel is priceless. It just shows how much they hate their audience and hate comics and hate Tony Stark.
They do. Marvel Comics to marry Tony Stark and Emma Frost in upcoming X-Men and Invincible Iron Man crossover event.
Jesus Christ, I didn't know he's gay.
But we have to get to the cover. I'm sure a lot of people have heard this, but maybe some don't. No? Scroll down a little bit. Get to the cover, X-Ray Girl. You'll see like a little heart. Go down. unless they don't have the cover in this. There it is.
There.
Wait, go.
Oh, yeah.
Right there. Introducing Mrs. and Mr. Emma Frost.
Yes.
Oh no!
Yes. And by the way, just to make it even worse, look who comic it is. Look whose comic it is. Iron Man. Iron Man. So even in his own comic, just getting totally eye-dubbed.
Well,
Wow.
By the way, I think the artwork is fucking horrific, and the coloring is absolutely horrendous. Just
Oh
saying.
my god.
I was a little distracted. I was looking at Logan. He looks weird.
Yeah, he looks chonky.
Yeah, it looks fat.
Well, and like he looks like wobbly. Like he looks out of proportion. He's non-symmetrical, I guess is the word.
Well, he's supposed to. Yeah, they made him look more like Puck than from Alpha Flight.
Why is Ironheart
Wolverine.
there?
I don't fucking know. I don't know why Ironheart exists, but Wolverine's supposed to be short. He's supposed to be short.
Sure.
But
I didn't know he's meant to have a 48-inch waist, though.
Yeah, that's he looks a lot like Puck right there. His head looks a little small. But it's a little heart, and it's supposed to make you think of the Mary Jane and Spider-Man cover, because all they're doing now is they're cannibalizing. They're cannibalizing their own shit, like
Yes.
Disney is doing. So that Marvel is not autonomous. Disney at one time used to let their subsidiaries work autonomously, like Pixar. But what happens is the Disney way creeps in and fucks up what they buy, and that's a lot.
Micromanagement.
It's micromanagement. It's also getting in line with the brand, and it's very on brand to want to, cuck all the males and groom children. That's very on brand for Disney. Yes, very on brand. I'm okay with like when I got married the second time.
Good answer.
The second time, the right time. Had to get that first one out of the way. All right.
It was a practice run.
First one was, it's a rehearsal. Rehearsal for the real thing.
It was a sweet summer child naive run. That's what it was. And the second one, Melissa, I gave her I'm like, you can keep your last name. I'm not going to take her fucking last name, but I'm like, you can keep your last name. She had a professional name in her industry. So I'm like, yeah, I don't care. Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
I'm sorry, I just got. You see on the recommended, it's one of the articles. It just says Netflix is the Witcher writer that his name. It says tries because it's cut off. like that's news.
I tried.
It made the news, but
I failed.
Like,
Dude,
guys, you gotta know about this.
Don't get me started on that. There's stuff I left out of the video. Like I didn't have time to put it in. I'll save it for some other day, maybe. But do you know how many women scream in that show?
I saw the 4 images.
Okay. It's a lot more than that. Now, I don't know if you watched the video or not, but there's a little clip of people going, Siri, where's Siri? Where's Siri? Where's Siri? We could have made that so much longer. We decided not to, Perry made the very good decision. He's like, I don't want to beat the audience over the head with it. Let's just make, we'll get our point across with this. But he's all, there's so much more. And I'm all, I know. It's a lot. It's over dramatic soap opera shit because they still think that that's what a female audience wants. They're still looking for that mythical modern audience. And that's what the comic books are doing as well. And they're just 3 years behind the time. They don't even fucking know at the most part that like this shit is cringe. It's terrible.
No.
It's what's killing the industry. Go on.
Marvel Comics. I see Marvel Comics as a petulant child. A petulant child that is in a school ground and is shouting at people who are much harder, much tougher than they are, but they've got the backing of Disney behind them. Because if Disney pulled the plug on Marvel, Marvel would be dead in a year. Because it's not making fucking money. It'd be dead. It's being propped up by Disney. So it's doing everything that it wants to do because it knows that there's the big fucking Disney behind it with the big Disney money keeping them going. so they can do what they want, say what they want. They can shit all over their audience. That cover shows how much they hate you. Marvel are displaying for all to see how much they hate you, how much they hate men, how much they hate their previous audience, how much they are producing comics for nobody. Nobody. All they're banking on, well, they're not even banking on, but there will be some speculators that will buy that for some reason. Do you know how much it's going to be worth? Nothing. Fucking nothing. Just like no doubt Gay Kent is the price of that comic's plummeting down because that got fucking cancelled after 19 issues. And the Gay Kiss was the speculative one. Oh my God, it's going to go up. It's got, yeah, we're number 1. Yeah, great. You're number 1 on issue 6. Do you know that your comic would be dead by issue 19? Oh, but we're redoing it. And we're coming back in a whole new series that got changed into a mini series because nobody was fucking buying it. Nobody was interested in it. This is mainstream comics. IDW going out of fucking business. They're going anytime now. Gone. Heavy Metal gone. They're now having to be picked up by somebody else. Fucking WhatsApp publisher, not WhatsApp. They picking up by them to try and go on or something. But they're gone. This industry is on the fucking precipice of utter destruction.
Yep.
And DC and Marvel, because it's not just Marvel, DC and Marvel are there on the edge of the cliff as it's crumbling, fucking sticking their fingers up to the very people that want to reach out and fucking save them. That's comics.
Yeah.
Let them fall. Move your hand away. Just let them fucking fall. Let it be over. Nobody buys an Iron Man comic to see the marriage of Mrs. and Mr. Emma Frost. Who the fuck is Emma Frost comparative to Iron Man?
It's compared to fucking Iron Man. You took away Tony Stark's.
Oh.
He is now Tony Frost.
He's now iDubbbz. He's iDubbbz.
Yes, he is.
That's who he is. He's fucking iDubbbz.
So they just took an iconic name, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if like some rights issues. Who fucking knows? Or it's a desperate attempt to get headlines, which they're not even getting anymore, right? Other than us ripping on it, is that what you're reduced to? And as I do believe, particularly with the comic book industry, you are absolutely right when it comes to a behind the times petulant child who is still pissed off about Richard C. Meyer, dude. Like, yeah. Who still has those comic critics from the early Comicsgate movement in their fucking head. And they just live rent free there, and it's really kind of governed all of their actions. Snowflake and Safe Space was a direct result of the YouTube criticism, absolutely direct result of it, and it was such a disaster they didn't even put it out. Apparently, some were printed. If somebody can get me one, you will be greatly rewarded.
I would like very much to read those.
Greatly rewarded. Just saying.
It sucks they didn't get the cameo in Endgame. Like, just come through the polls, you know?
I know, right? Dude, it's so sad now. And there's still a market for comics. We had Mark MauLer on. Great episode on Az's channel. Please go check it out if you haven't. And, he talked about, like, I would just bring in some of my mates, some of the high caliber, high talented guys, keep the numbers small, or gals. And if they're talented and they can do it, pay them enough, and they could they could probably fix it enough to where you could get consistent sales again, but you'd have to simplify it. But the problem is we're way past the point of no return with the comic books. Like it's in a doom loop, just like San Francisco. The big two, they're publishing. They lead everything, and if they're not doing well, then the Images of the world are going to suffer. Mark MauLer can individually do great because he's out there. What is he talking about all the fucking time? His comics. He's really pretty positive. He's really honest. He's authentic, and people like him. And his comics are doing well. They have a lot of enthusiasm behind them. We also got a guy named Eric July. Eric July, a lot of enthusiasm. Yeah, this is a brand new shirt right there. And by the way, he's also delivering his comics on time. That always helps.
Yep.
There we
I
go.
don't even think his campaign's ended.
No.
Nope.
and people are getting their product.
Yeah.
And this thing's got a lot of girth. It's big. It's big.
Mm.
That's what Eric's wife said.
Oh my.
Good God. Lady Ripa, I apologize.
Oh no.
Hasmond, how dare you?
What are we sharing there, Az? What do we got?
What? Oh no, that was for MauLer.
Oh, okay.
There's just a discount on the die-cast Iron Man from Civil War, and I know that it's MauLer's favorite.
MauLer's-
Oh, I got excited because I thought it was gonna be a discount on MODOK, but okay, fine, Iron Man, I guess. We'll
God,
do
I
it.
might have to get more.
Sorry, MODOK will be on discount very soon after it gets released.
Dude, this might be one
Ooh,
of the
that is cool.
best fucking sideshows ever.
Richard
only-
E. Grant Loki.
The only good thing to come out of the fucking Loki show was Richard E. Grant Loki. I fucking
And you
love
said
this.
he's coming back season 2.
Yeah, he's coming back for season 2.
That'll be a good 5 minutes.
Well, it'll be another Loki, won't it? It'll be another Loki.
Yeah.
Played by Richard E. Grant, apologizing for being the best thing in season 1.
A personal favorite, Bully McGuire.
To Bully McGuire.
Bully McGuire.
Yeah.
You gonna cry?
Gonna cry. Little Goblin Jr.
You're Goblin Jr.
Oh.
I rewatched that by chance. The fight scene they have. It's a pretty fucking baller fight scene. The between those two. Remember like the sound effects
Hey
and the
Disney,
heavy
get
hits,
fucked.
Where he smashes him through the
glass,
mirror, yeah.
Well, and one of the things I really liked about it is when there's like punch, hit, punch, and then a stab sound, and they both like kind of shocked. They both look down, and he stabbed him with the I don't know, like a sai. I don't know what kind of weapon it is. It's just that Harry was very ready, or he had a fucking dagger with him. It's good shit.
And Red Sonja.
Wow.
Oh my god, it's a
Good that.
girl.
It's a girl.
She's got boobs.
She's got
I would
boobs.
I would
She's
personally,
squishy too.
because
Little
that body's great. I would go get a custom head sculpt for
There's
that.
underboob on this too.
Oh.
Well, at least Ghost from Ant-Man 2, nobody does. But Ghost from Ant-Man 2, she was cast as Red Sonja for the remake, but because of doing Thunderbolts or whatever it was, she had to pull out. So now they've actually hired a white redhead to play Red Sonja. I think they whoever's doing the casting when they realized she couldn't do that anymore, they were just like, quick, okay, we can rectify this fentanyl mistake.
Apparently, there's waxing in Red Sonja's in the
Based.
Icarnian steps. They got Brazilians.
Oh.
Well, it's hot. You don't want it,
Yeah, it gets hot out there, man.
Man, every planet has a Brazil.
I remember being on holiday when I was a young man, and there were we were chatting to two young Geordie ladies in our hotel, and we were discussing the heat because it's very hot. And one of the Geordie lasses just turned to us. She said, "It was so hot, I had to shave me mutt."
Nice.
Oh my
And
god.
Az is like, this is the girl for me.
I'm in love.
I'm in love.
Hey. So maybe that's what Red Sonny's got the same philosophy, It's so hot, he had to shave me mutt.
Well, it was like 14 degrees Celsius. It's fucking hot. Whatever. Let's. God, I hate having technical difficulties for the show because I do actually spend a few minutes trying to get ready. I just couldn't.
All those minutes gone to waste.
All those
Can you
minutes
believe
gone
it?
to waste. And then we had to do story time, which was important. So I'm glad I heard it.
Hey,
Yeah.
speaking of toy, I got this. This is now cased up.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. I can't reach it. I cased up my Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom action figures from the 80s that are very hard to find. I cased them up too.
Unpunched as
Ooh,
well.
when's the Dial of Destiny Helena Shaw figure coming out?
Oh, do they have one?
12th of Never?
Helena
So exciting.
Shaw, Indiana Jones.
They are doing an Indiana Jones, though. An old Indiana Jones.
Does he come with crippling depression?
Yes.
Oh,
There is a Helena Shaw action figure, yes. Helena.
No,
Why, though?
Hot toy, though. Hot toy.
Not a hot toy, no. Well, they
No.
don't have a hot toy Marion, dude.
No.
What the fuck?
Because in all fairness, they know what is likely going to sell.
Because men buy hot toys. Okay.
Yes.
Like hot toys and
Men
sideshow.
buy and go to see the vast majority of all of this shit, and can we stop pretending that they don't?
Yeah, hot toys and sideshow don't play that ESG fucking bullshit.
No.
Okay,
They know we want MODOK.
Yes.
They know they have to give us
No,
MODOK.
like
so-
Captain Marvel figure is always on the top of hot toys that are still available if you go on sideshow, and it has been for like 3 years, like because nobody fucking bought it. Oh, speaking of Doctor Who. Doctor Who show, X-Ray Girls going over to a show that we still have to do the top 5 of, a show that we all love. Killed another company. Killed another fucking company.
Bye, Big Chief.
Big Chief Studios is being liquidated.
Oh,
And it's being liquidated as yours truly, and I'm guessing Robert Meyer Burnett probably have a few bucks in pre-orders and deposits.
I counted up. Well, not deposits. I actually paid.
Yep.
For all of the stuff.
Me too.
I totted it up on stream during my gaming stream yesterday. I totted it up, and it came to, I think it was £1,600, which is about $2,100, give or take. Gone.
Mine's around that.
I did make a joke
higher.
in the private chat, which we're not going to discuss.
Which,
but that was so that's all gone now. And I ordered the canine for you as your birthday present.
yes,
In 2020.
2020. Right at and right before that, the Fourth Doctor, the later version of the Fourth Doctor, has been January of 2020. I ordered that. And they said, oh, it's going to come out later this year. That was my last email before we got the email that's saying they're liquidated.
Yeah. Well, the last email I got was, we're now going to 2 companies in China to make products. So you're going to start getting a flow of products coming out. And then we got an email 6 months later going, actually, we're liquidating.
Yeah. So they're bullshitting. Anything I got from them was stuff that they got from other, like the Lord of the Rings stuff they didn't directly make. They make the Doctor Who toys. And what happened? COVID happened, but what happened during COVID?
The BBC took a gun.
Yep.
They loaded the gun.
The
they
Nerf
stuck
gun.
the gun in their mouth, and then they blew their brains out, and then they said, why would you do that to me, fans?
Yeah. First female Doctor played by Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall era destroyed Doctor Who to where it was canceled, and RTD had to come in, get a lot of money, and take it elsewhere to revive it. It is not a BBC. They relinquished some control, which is crazy, because the female Doctor killed the show. Killed it so much that they made 350 1/6 scales at Big Chief, and they couldn't sell them. In the entire world.
350. That's it.
Wow.
SJ Almighty just PayPal'd me a £5 and said, this is for the Big Chief. Oh, you're a sweetheart.
Yeah. Thanks.
I mean, most of my stuff, sadly, at Big Chief was Doctor Who. I had
All of it was,
Capaldi's
yeah.
Doctor on pre-order, purchased. I had the 3 Daleks purchased. They were £800 for the 3, 1 in 6 Daleks.
$900. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Gone. That's gone.
The master,
the K9.
K9 gone. Captain Jack gone. Master
And then the
Roger.
other two
Roger.
I had was Captain Scarlet and Captain Black from Captain Scarlet.
I want a Captain Jack.
So there was a Captain Jack. I had a 6 Doctor that was coming. The 3 Daleks. The Canine. The Roger Delgado Master. All of them the special editions, by the way. And then there was a 3-pack of Capaldi, Eccleston, and 4-pack of Capaldi, Eccleston, Matt Smith, and David Tennant. And by the way, they made those, offered them to another company, which Az ended up getting Zavi. Yeah, they made them for Zavi, and that was obviously an attempt for them to get more money. But they knew they were going out of business for 2 or 3 years. They fucked everybody over. They were lying to us, and I'm done. I'm done pre-ordering with any of these fucking companies. Even Sideshow, done. My last Sideshow, I thought it was going to be Loki. They shipped Gollum finally yesterday.
I mean, Sideshow got more than just 1 in 6s. Sideshow are massive.
Yeah.
They do their own product. They also do a lot of statues, artwork, the whole job lot. Sideshow, I've never had a single problem with, ever.
I agree with that, but I would still.
This is what happens. This is what it does to you as a collector. I'm still going to purchase from Sideshow.
I'm not.
But am I going to get any 1 in 6s from Sideshow anymore? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get any more 1 in 6s.
Well, here's the problem, as it might not be entirely their fault, but I want to point out that Sideshow was not at Comic-Con for the first time in forever this year.
They did a big thing recently in Hong Kong. Was it Hong Kong?
But they didn't at Comic-Con, and they're a fixture there. They're an absolute fixture there, and they weren't there. Was it Comic-Con? Was it? Don't know. Don't freaking know. But I'll wait till the thing comes out. That's where I'll be, and I'll probably get it off of eBay, and I'll probably pay a little bit more, but at least I know I'm going to fucking get it.
If it's in stock, we'll talk. Pre-ordering, I'm
out. Bye-bye. Done.
No.
Done. Because we're headed for a pretty tough. We're in a tough economy. There are still supply chain issues. Working with China is getting increasingly difficult, and it's only going to get more difficult because whether you know or not, their economy is about to collapse. So I know. China. Imagine communism didn't work again.
Babylon B are they are just nailing it. Just nailing it. Here, I'll share this, by the way. Megan Rapinoe gets new job with Galactic Empire training stormtroopers to shoot.
Dude, she looks like she is perfectly cast for Disney Star Wars. Oh, she would totally fit in. That's Admiral Holdo's ex-girlfriend who got so pissed that she got on the Galactic U-Haul and went straight to the Empire.
US U-Haul SS.
So, for someone who's fucking not plugged in, she's someone who missed a football thing, right?
Soccer, MauLer.
She
Soccer.
Is, an activist who's a female football player.
I want to trigger everybody in the UK before I get there.
Bint on planet Earth.
Yeah, she is.
And in her last match, well, what proved to be her last match, she missed the penalty that ended up knocking America out of the World Cup. Women's ball.
Yeah.
So her career ended on poetic justice.
She is so unpopular, MauLer, that Americans were actively rooting against the American team in the female world. We're like, go Sweden!
When she missed the penalty, they cut to the crowd to get the reaction of, oh, and there was a woman there with an American beanie going, yes!
Well,
says everything.
Yep.
Says everything.
Well, did you see the Swedish team, though? I'd probably root for them anyway.
Did you see the Swedish goalkeeper?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just going to say.
We christened her Gal Gadot's sporty little sister.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Ah.
She could play Wonder Girl.
I'll get a picture.
She could play Wonder Girl?
Yes, please.
Swedish.
You can actually say like she
Goalkeeper.
can play with my football, but then if it's soccer, it's like she can play with my soccer. It just doesn't work.
Oh,
It's all
we
broken.
did all the. She can play with my balls. She can handle my balls. She can
Mhm.
catch my balls. All
Think I'm
everything
allowed
to do
there.
with balls. You know, it's just balls,
She can move-
balls, and
she can
hair
move-
and balls.
She can move my goalpost anytime.
Yeah, she can kick my balls. I don't care. You know, I don't. It's not the best. I could do better, but I just like to see it bending over like that.
Oh
I don't know
my.
why. For reasons. I don't know why.
No, I have no idea.
That's Hope Solo.
Oh, that's Hope Solo. Is that the wrong way? Wait,
Yeah.
not. Oh, yeah. that
Hope
is
Solo's
actually-
hot.
that
Don't
is.
get me
Hold
wrong.
on. They gave me the wrong one. Hold on. Why are you doing
Oh
Hope
yes, it's
Swedish
everyone else's
goalkeeper?
fault. I see.
I saw a brunette. That's all I saw. I still do. Hope so.
Smooth the DJ has gifted 5 Nerdrotic memberships for $25. Thank you. Smooth. I'll see you at Anime Matsuri.
Yeah.
I was talking to Drinker, and he's all, should I bring some audio equipment? And I'm like, nah, I got everything. That gives you more luggage space for all the hentai you're gonna buy.
Wow.
And he said, yeah, of course.
This is how much attention I pay to women's football.
No, you mean women's soccer, but
Football, yeah.
that's the thing about
Crazy.
yeah. The interesting thing, that was my first anime convention last year, and the hentai is just like out on the floor for everybody to see. Thought that was a little weird.
Is it like super explicit? I've never seen it, so I don't.
I didn't go and investigate further. I could be wrong. Correct
Oh.
me if I'm wrong, chat. But
Was it 2 or 3 showers to get rid of the smell?
I'd say same as Comic-Con.
Yeah,
3.
That makes sense.
3.
Well, let's hope the air conditioning works there.
Oh, dude.
Wow.
I went from Comic-Con. I didn't shower that morning. Got in a car. 18-hour drive. Oh, yeah.
Ew.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, your car probably smells like that.
Wow.
It smells like rich
You roll the windows
Corinthian.
down, you don't know it.
Oh, that's true.
It
That's
smells
I
like
got it this time. I
it
got
smells
this
like
time.
rich Corinthian leather. X-ray girl. That's what my car smells like.
Yeah, we called a Gal Gadot sporty little sister.
Oh, she's cute.
Yeah.
I have a good authority that it's actually a woman as well.
Oh, that's good because you never know. You'd never know.
Made a couple of mistakes.
It's not a trap.
Good on you. Good on your country for making the remarkable, controversial decision as of allowing only women, to swim against women.
Just swimming in only, yeah, crazy.
Crazy.
We're here.
But good for you.
Do you know what? When it comes to female events, maybe just let women do it.
Yeah. Thanks, Italy, for your pageants too.
Hey, Texas just signed it in the law too.
Really?
Yes, we did.
That's awesome.
Well, I mean, yes, it's true. Our governor stands for absolutely nothing, but he did sign this into law. It's a bad joke because he's in a wheelchair. So
I was about to ask.
Thunderstrike for $50. What is your take on the character of Thunderstrike? I got into the comics after watching the Avengers. I started from early 90s Marvel back issues. For some reason, I was drawn to Eric Masterson run, and now, well, that's probably the one you first got into, right? And own the entire Thunderstrike run. I like Thunderstrike, and they actually, that was the whole, that's the look Thor had in Thor Love and Thunder that they completely fucked up. But no, Thor is a fantastic comic. Matthew Hammond for $20 says, 2 good announcements today. One, Anheuser-Busch InBev selling off beer brands. Oh, really? Really?
Yeah.
So their parent company is selling off the beer brands now.
Oh.
Stephen Crowder announcing that he's re-platforming Alex Jones on Friday's show on his Mug Club network. That's I love seeing. Is Alex going to be on YouTube? That would be great. With intentions of expanding his show to more days. Suck it, commies. Good for that. I love Alex Jones coming back.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be good if he got on Twitter and then used that as well. If Elon got,
Well, I mean, a lot
Elon
of
said he wasn't going to bring him back, didn't he?
oh really?
he did, but there's also the not. This doesn't pertain to Alex Jones, and I don't know the contract. You know me being an expert on contracts. I think a lot of people who went over to Rumble signed exclusives. I could be wrong. Streaming exclusives or sub. So I don't know how it affects them putting content on Twitter. I don't know.
Mm.
We'll see. Exciting times. Exciting times. What I got paid from Twitter, I don't. Bragging about pay and stuff is not my thing. Just not my thing. Except
I'm proud of my $79.02.
Except when it comes to being paid for Miles Morales tweets. I was shocked how much I got paid. So here, I'll put it in the private chat.
Yeah, I want to know.
As you can buy a game with that tweet.
I know, I can. Bloody hell.
Oh my god!
I heard my wife
I
go.
want to become a professional shit poster on Twitter.
No way.
Man.
What am I doing with my life?
I'm doing a Dylan Mulvaney tweet right now.
I genuinely, I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, no fucking way are we getting money for this shit now. This is so, and like, again, you guys can too. You guys can too. Copy all my tweets. I don't give a shit. Miles Morales is Miles Morales once every 2 or 3 days will get you interaction. It just will. It will piss off so many people.
That's not all the right paper.
It's a factual statement. But to kill the joke a little bit, some guy came back to me. Why is there 17 different versions of every superhero, but you're not okay with Spider-Man? Well, because there isn't 17 versions of Spider-Man. There's one, Peter Parker. There's one version of Superman, Clark Kent. There's one version of Batman, Bruce Wayne. There's one Iron Man, one Captain America. There is one Wonder Woman. So
Correct,
those
Gary. There is one Iron Man. His name is Tony Frost.
Tony Frost.
Tony Frost, correct.
As much as they try, in the public eye, that's what they see. There's a Mount Rushmore of superheroes. There's about 10 of them that run the entire. For the big two, they move everything. They move the needle for everything, and all the other ones only exist because the big ones are doing well. That's how it works. It worked in my comic shop that way. There was 20 guys who bought basically everything, who basically were the heart and soul of my comic shop, were the core audience. They paid the vast majority of money, and then the other hundreds of customers were just buying a comic book here and there. That's just the way it goes. That's how it is. There will never be another Spider-Man. Miles Morales is a Spider-Man. The worst thing they could have done to Miles Morales is give him the name of Spider-Man and make him a derivative character. He is Black Spider-Man. That's all he is. Black Latino Spider-Man. Instead of maybe giving him a different name, maybe making him Spider-Man's Robin, make him a sidekick to Spider-Man for 2 decades in the comic books. Then he can be Nightwing. He can go off on his own, have a different fucking name, have a whole different rogues gallery of villains. But instead, they did him the disservice of just making him the derivative Black Spider-Man. So it's
he was never meant to be in the 616.
He was never meant to be in the 616. I knew that was a lie the minute Bill Jemas told it and said, "Oh, the Ultimate Universe will never come into the 616." I'm all bullshit. But yeah, if you wanted Miles to like be his own person, by the way, that's what all the fucking movies are about. And MauLer and I had a discussion about Across the Spider-Verse. Like, okay, I kind of like the movie, but I don't like where it's going. I really don't like. And I suspect I know where it's going. And I suspect by the third one, if they go where I know where it's going, I'm going to fucking hate it.
I mean, it's a little unfortunate that there's the quote from the creators that they were like, we wanted to stick it to the people who, have all the discussions about canon. It's like, why would you admit that? Why would you even say that? What would be the point of that? Because, of course, the assumption, of course, is that the whole situation with canon events is going to be revealed to be something else. There's going to be more behind it. Miguel will be wrong, or he'll be evil, or he'll be, his perception of events is going to be wrong by the time we hit the third movie, which got delayed, right?
It got delayed, yes.
Which makes sense considering everything's happening, and if the fucking special effects people all unionize, because didn't Across the Spider-Verse get in trouble for animators or whatever?
It did. It did. Some of the producers were like, "Welcome to show business" when they started crying. And honestly, that's a realistic answer. That's actually a realistic. Thanks, my darling.
That's a realistic thanks, my darling.
No, I got coffee delivered. It's at the front door. That's what I meant. But I'll drink this too. Thank you. I'm drinking this one. Sorry. Hang on. My hot wife delivered coffee.
It's okay.
It tastes so good. Back to the Across the Spider-Verse. Yeah, when it comes out in like 5 years, I do believe that they're going to make not only Miguel the bad guy, they're going to make all of Peter's decisions. Like they're going to second guess Peter. And that they make Peter Parker so fucking out of character in that movie for him, like just going, that's the way it is. Peter Parker's not a that's the way it is guy. It's never, never fucking been that.
I don't buy that most of the characters in the whole film would go along with it. I just don't buy it.
But when you talk about 17 Spider-Mans, why Spider-Man was so successful for so many years, and by the way, Miles Morales fans, talk to me in 60 fucking years if people are even talking about him when he's had a consistent comic run that has not been canceled, that's gone on for decades. But Peter wasn't a team player. He wanted to get paid. Didn't want to be part of the Avengers. Kind of worked on his own forever. I was against him becoming an Avenger when they announced it way back when he became an Avenger. I'm like, no. I think, if they do it temporarily for like a couple of months, fine. But being a permanent member of the team, that's just not Spider-Man. And there isn't a bunch of Spider-Men running around, but then they saturated it right around when Disney came in and fucked up the character in the comic books.
Disney saturating things? No.
I know. Weird. But yeah, they fucked up Spider-Man. Despite all that, though, because they don't own the rights in the MCU, I think the character's been preserved by, of all companies, Sony. Fucking Sony. They can't make... The Craven movie's going to suck.
Oh, God.
It's going to suck.
Yeah.
And the last Venom movie sucked. It did.
I never even saw Venom 2.
No, I didn't.
But that was directed by Andy Serkis, right?
Yeah, it was. It wasn't. I mean, like, dude, it's not. Whoa, it's just poorly. It's like a bad superhero movie from the early 2000s. So that's a better bad than current bad. Let me put it that way. I'd rather watch Venom 2 than anything from Phase 5 outside of Guardians. But that comes from Disney Marvel.
It's unfortunate they've moved to Phase 5 because it was so easy to just say Phase 4. Now it's like Phase 4 and 5. You know what I mean? Like, why couldn't you just... It's all fucking arbitrary.
Yeah,
Nobody cares.
It's stage 4. That's what it is. It is stage 4. That's what Marvel's in. Marvel's dead. And like, we're taking our victory lap now, but like, I can't believe it was Secret Invasion that turned the fucking access media on Marvel. Of all fucking things.
It's really funny.
So I think
that every time this happens, they do the thing where they're like, wait a minute. A lot of these weren't good, actually.
Uh-huh.
It's like, oh, what?
MauLer, do you think, but I want to hear your opinion on this. You two do you think it's just a holdover from She-Hulk? Like, they couldn't really admit that She-Hulk was shit, but now that they got something that's equally as shit, that they finally can admit it, like, because they've been they were covering for Marvel pretty hard on She-Hulk, which was
the She-Hulk one's weird because that was 9 episodes, right?
I believe so.
And like, visually speaking, because people shared the the weird like intelligentsia stuff was really cringe. Like her breaking into the meta and the creator of the universe. But like, I haven't seen it as wildfire in terms of a shareable image as Amelia Clark with the Drax arm. Like, everybody was like, what in the fuck is this? And it's so like easy to just translate to everybody instantly. Like, look how awful this is. She-Hulk looked really awful. But I don't know, man. There's something about that image. especially any of the images from the whole fight of like, oh, look at me with my Groot arm and my Cull Obsidian arm.
With
I-
rings.
What?
I'll be honest. I think it goes all the way back to the start of Phase 4. I think there has been lies and people not wanting to accept for a long time now. They've been running interference for too long, and now they themselves are exhausted. I think they're just exhausted with it all. The TV shows have been abysmal. All of them have been abysmal. The only reason why Loki was more successful than the others, I wouldn't even say it was a success based off the amount of subscribers that Disney Plus has. But the only reason why that was the show that got the second season was because people like Tom Hiddleston. Whereas everything else from Hawkeye through to Jesus Christ, WandaVision started well, fucking fell. Secret Invasion. It's just it's actual trash. They are creating. I tweeted this out yesterday. They are creating trash TV product on big budget movie costs, and then just dumping them on streaming services, or dumping them on the cinema and then dumping them on streaming services when they failed miserably at the cinema. And then they're turning around and saying, why did you do this to their audience? They know. Feige knows. Everybody there at Marvel knows that they're producing dog shit. They are producing conveyor belt levels of dog shit. The audience know. The audience know they've been doing it for so long, but because of the 10 years of MCU, because I think a lot of them actually have really good intentions, and they're just like, no, if we come on, they can get better. They can get better. They can get out of this little dip. So no, I'm going to stay with them. But they've seen themselves. This is gone. This is over. This is dead. We're just about to have Echo defecated onto the streaming service. Defecated, dumping it up. All of it dumped. Why? Because nobody's going to fucking watch it. The only way that they can in any shape, way, or form attempt to get a ratings pop on it is to add up all 6 episodes and get a runtime. Will that runtime be enough to get it into the Nielsen ratings? I'm going to say right now, not a hope in hell.
No.
Not a hope in fucking hell is that going to happen. And I think the imagery of Emilia Clarke with the Drax arm, which looks like the fucking guy from Scary Movie 2. I just think that is a summation. That is a summation of everything that is now intrinsically wrong with Marvel. The wrong character in the wrong situation on the wrong show, doing the wrong thing with the wrong special effects and the wrong writing and cinematography. It was like an absolute amalgamation of every single solitary thing that the MCU, this intersectional garbage which is now coming out, had peaked to. This is it. This is the peak of dog shit right there in one image of a fucking woman with a wank arm. Absolutely unbelievable.
And Loki benefited from being like really early on in the destruction of the MCU falling apart.
Yeah.
And so, because I just don't buy that season 2 is going to do as well as 1, even by their own standards. I just don't see it.
Conceptually, the Loki series, when it was being sold to us, when it didn't turn out to be that thing because it was a bait and switch, but sounded kind of good. It's like, we're gonna have this Loki, this alternate version of Loki jumping around time like Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that could be good. They could do something fun with that. They can make it kind of a version of Exiles, if you're familiar with the comic at all. It's about jumping through time, and so it's a team that jumps through time. They had some fun stuff, but like, you can make it to where it wouldn't like hurt the MCU. You could be jumping through timelines, but you don't put like Infinity Stones as paperweights and things like that. And you keep the realities separate. Like, it's very difficult to get there or something like that. You still could have been fun, but no, instead they just made it about female Loki. You know?
Well, yeah, and like Loki's not Loki.
And Loki's not Loki.
No.
And they destroy the character, and like, as you brought up many times, MauLer, that's the Loki from the Avengers. and he goes through the same journey by watching some videos.
That's absolutely embarrassing. That's Michael Waldron. He's
Yep.
the writer of MOM.
You are trying to equate the emotion of his story in him watching a couple of videos about his life.
Yep.
You have taken Loki, Horns, the regal nature of him, the arrogance of him, all of that, and you put him in a beige suit. A beige suit where he can literally get time and time again kneed in the nuts. It's a damning indictment of the writing. It's a damning indictment of how you have wrestled control. You listened to Jon Favreau talk about Iron Man back in 2008, the construction of it, putting it together with Victoria Alonso, putting it all together. You just listen to how he speaks about it, the love, the passion, everything. When he talked to Jesus Christ, my brain's gone. Did Jeff Bridges? Not Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, he was in it.
Yeah. When he's talking to Jeff Bridges, and Jeff Bridges is when he talks about his character and the character that he's going to portray from the comics, and Jeff Bridges comes back to him and says, "I should shave my head." It's like, no, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Jeff Bridges says, "No, I'm going to shave my head. That's the right thing." And just the way that they really all started to properly embrace it, and it came together in what voted on Real BBC was the greatest Marvel movie of all time. Now you take that passion of all the actors, the directors, you watch the behind the scenes, and I've done it religiously. I love watching the behind the scenes and just the nuance and everything in putting this together. And then you translate that to current day and the lack of care, the lack of attention to detail, the lack of good writing, the lack of characterization, the lack of storytelling. But what do we have an influx of? Ideology, politics, intersectionality, and fan blaming. It's not the fan's fault if the product you put out is dog shit. The fan never had anything to do with it. The fan never directed it, cast it, cinematographied it, edited it, anything. The fan is there as a customer. They like to use the word fan because it seems more lenient to go watch it. You're a fan. You're a sycophant. Just go pay your money. Don't think about it. Just part with the coin. But the fan, at the end of the day, is a more important word, which is a customer. And if you want to secure the money from your customers, then you have to produce a product that the customer is willing to part with their money for. And I haven't seen any of that in Phase 4 and the beginning of Phase 5. Not even a smidgen, a touch, nothing. The best thing out in Phase 4 was a thing that wasn't even produced by fucking Marvel. It was produced by Sony. And that was it was okay. I gave it a 7 out of 10. It had some nice nostalgic elements, but it was still like a solid 7 out of 10. It wasn't breaking the internet with massive great storytelling. They took some moments and twisted them in, whatever. But everything else, from the Eternals to Shang-Chi to Black Widow to Ant-Man to Thor to Doctor Strange, even though Thor and Doctor Strange Doctor Strange made some money. Black Panther 2 made some money, probably one of the worst films ever fucking made in history. Thor Love and Thunder might, but it's looking increasingly like it broke even at best.
It's highly questionable whether that made money. Highly questionable.
Then you're looking at maybe 2 films, Doctor Strange and Black Panther 2, that actually pulled in a profit, and that profit would be low because of the high budgets. Really, maybe 150 million on both.
Yep.
Then you offset that on the loss of Black Widow.
Also, let me interject that you don't put you don't put $300 million in, which turns into $600 million, which can be a lot more to make $150 million. You just don't. It's not smart business.
No, it's you're setting all of these films up for failure. 300 million, you got to hit 900 million, 750 to 900 million to break even on a 300 million budget. You are setting yourself up for failure. And the worst thing that you can do on top of that is then produce a terrible product. Doctor Strange only did the start that it did because it fell off a cliff after the first couple of weeks.
Yeah, it did.
And it only did the money it did because of the back of the great word of mouth and the great vibe that Spider-Man No Way Home gave an audience. And that's how business works. I'm not gonna criticize that. That's how business works. But as soon as they watched it at the cinema, that fucking second week, because the product was terrible.
And the hardcore fans saw this shit coming because we recognize patterns. We've seen the failures happen before. And we also saw that they were like spreading themselves too thin. But what was, despite spreading yourself too thin and poor writing, what is behind most of their failures? What is the foundation of their failures? The MCU. The MCU is not something we made up. It's something Kevin Feige made up. Kevin Feige specifically told us he wanted to have, and he was answering a question, but I think he took it seriously, and I'll tell you why. But he said, essentially, we're going to have more heroes and villains that are female than men. Now, why would anybody say that in the reverse? Why don't you just adapt? Because you're Marvel. You're supposed to get this shit right. That's your fault. But you know what happened? Let's go back to Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman embarrassed Marvel. Embarrassed the shit out of Marvel because it was successful. You can argue all day long whether it's good or not. It was successful. And it was a female-led superhero, and it led to a lot of people going, where's your female-led superhero? And this is something that Marvel was hip to way before Wonder Woman came out, by the way, when they started to push Captain Marvel as their Superman, which they did in the comic books, and it didn't fucking work. And then they introduced Miss Marvel, who they pushed time and time again, which it didn't fucking work. It led to multiple canceled comic books. And then all of a sudden, they're bringing these people in they're bringing Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel, formerly Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers, who people liked, by the way, who did have successful comic runs in the past, by the way, and a big part of the Avengers, and a huge part of Rogue storyline, and made her into Kelly Sue DeConnick's feminist Superman and thought it was going to fucking work and forced it in, and fans got pissed off. So they try it in the movies and they think it's going to be any different. Characters you haven't seen. You haven't seen the Fantastic Four. You haven't seen Silver Surfer. There is a catalog of, we haven't seen Nova. They just introduced the Black Knight. There's so many more interesting characters. Fucking female character. Moondragon. I'd rather see Moondragon. A real Hellcat. You know, like, do something. But instead, they go right to America fucking Chavez and Echo. Echo, who was fine in a Daredevil comic, but she, I mean, like, if for one, Echo was kind of hot. She was based on Gina Gershon. So there's a little difference there. But now we're at this point where, Az is right, we are at peak MCU. We haven't arrived at the peak yet because the Marvels has yet to come out. But it's going to be a point in time because we're going to get, within a very short period of time, the Marvels and Echo. The Marvels and Echo are going to come out within...
Don't forget Agatha Harkness.
That got pushed back. But we are getting, I believe, the Echoes and Marvels, Echoes, the Echo and the Marvels within a month and a half of each other.
Cinemas will be echoing.
Yes.
They'll be fucking empty.
Hello. It'll be filled with
Like
you.
you immediately said Marvel's the Echoes there as well.
You want to meet your local content creator? Go to a Marvel's screening.
Yeah. Meet and greet. There'll be plenty of space.
Opening night.
That would be funny if you turned up as like 3 people and you're like, "Are you all reviewing this?" On
Yes.
TikTok or whatever the fuck?
We all have our notepads
Yeah.
out or whatever. I'm sorry. MauLer, a notepad is a piece of paper.
Oh my God.
And it's a pen. It's a pen.
Oh, that's cute. My great-great-grandfather used to have one of those.
Yes. I knew him. We went to high school together.
Oh my
We learned math on the abacus or whatever the fuck it is.
God. Oh my.
I thought you just had little stones.
We had stones.
Yeah.
Stones and sticks.
MauLer was referencing this earlier. I saw what you were talking about. Could you share this X-Ray Girl? I put it in the private chat. It's the make sure your messages aren't up too. It's on Twitter. Unless you want to show everybody like how much you made in your squat square up or whatever the hell it was. So this is Drinker retweeted this. This is the Ackman's tweet. Is this what you were talking about? The girl who?
This is what I was talking about. Yeah.
All right. So let's hit play and let's see this.
Just context. So
okay, context.
Understand.
Yeah.
You have XX Sniper Wolf, whatever the hell her name is, SS. She takes TikToks, puts them together, reacts to them, and then makes millions of views off them when the TikToks themselves will often be as low as like 1,000 or 100 views. But of course, that's okay. If you transform it, you can check out if she transforms it.
I'm telling you, those glasses aren't prescription.
No, I think I have that exact pair. All right, ready?
I'm ready.
What? I don't know how people jump this high. Oh, he jumped on like a little trampoline thing. I was like, there is no way. Bro just flew into the hoop. Dunked himself too. Does that count for extra inside? Mwah. I know a good chicken when I see one. What? I don't know how people jump this high. Oh, he jumped on like a little trampoline thing. I was like, there is no way.
The point being, she repeated the content just to extend the video's length. That's how bad it's gotten now.
So she literally just copy pasted it on and on and on until it hit 8:15.
Yeah, because of course it's a cool little video. Her coverage of it is whoa, and then describes exactly what the person does, adds nothing to it, and then she copies and pastes it in her own timeline to extend the video's length.
Oh,
Isn't that great? It's like an actual media vampire.
I didn't realize she'd copied and pasted the.
As you don't understand, women have it so hard in this world. They do. They live in a man's world. The patriarchy is crushing women right now. You misogynist. Hot women have it so hard.
Yeah. Oh my god.
This tweet, by the way, that tweet has 6.6 million views.
I bet it has.
From the Ackman.
That made a bit more than $79.02.
Right. When's my last? Here, let me tell you what. My
Actually, that's the Ackman's tweet. So that's
yeah, the Ackman's fine.
At least he's getting the
money. My We Was Ken's tweet with Ryan got 24,000 views, but if we go to the Miles Morales retweet, 155,000 views of trigger a fan base with one sentence. I'm telling you, folks. Should I start the secret to success as a content creator on Twitter? Miles Morales is Miles Morales. Steve Rogers is Captain America. Just trigger people. It's easy. It's fun. And you're not lying. That's the most important part, is you're telling the truth. It's not clickbait. Clickbait? What's clickbait?
Clickbait.
I just made up my own saying right there.
A new meta.
I'd watch women bake.
You'd watch women just stand there, dude. Come on. Come on.
I'm a man of simple pleasures.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually really happy the conversation is happening, because I think this is MauLer, and you mentioned this, like, this is how it gets policed by us. We don't want, I don't want YouTube or any other streamer to do anything about this, because it could lead to horrible ramifications. Horrible ramifications. So I think just police our own, and realize that there's very little we can do other than shaming. But I think shaming still works. I think mockery is a good thing. I mean, I had a flash of inspiration that I was not going to follow through with, but maybe you should do it, MauLer, is just restream Hassan and XQC, whatever his name is, and just title it "Two Guys Being Retarded for 4 Hours Straight."
Here's the thing, Gary, and I think it was Lil Platoon that said this on his podcast. He was like, the whole reason that they're okay with the concept, as in if you ask them, can I just re-upload your whole channel and monetize it? And they're like, yeah. It's because like they don't really have much pride on the work they've made. You know, a lot of us have to spend hours and hours and hours doing all kinds of different things. They just, it's their day. It's like Big Brother. They're just walking around with a camera on them.
Yeah.
Like that's all it really is. So of course it's like, you're gonna steal that. It's like, yeah, fuck
But if it
whatever.
started
Steal
like
that.
encroaching on their audience and their money, they might care.
Yes, that's if the VODs started getting more views than their VODs, then they'd be like,
They'd
whoa,
absolutely
whoa, whoa, whoa.
have a problem with it. But yeah, you know, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? We have Gary, first time super chat. Please be gentle. No.
Oh,
From Farir Samra for $5. No, I'm sorry. That was the one before that. Major FOMO for $10. Question for the panel. What is the crown jewel of your comic book collection? As
ooh, that's God. Crown jewel of my comic book collection. I know what the crown jewel of my comic life is. Having those beautiful original pieces by Graham Nolan and Kelly Jones.
Yeah.
They're the crown. Absolutely, you know, to have a literal page from Batman 701 signed by Graham Nolan, comic that I bought as a kid, well, young adult, and loved, and now I actually own the only one that is Kelly Jones creating an original piece of fucking art just for me. They're crowning. In terms of just like an individual comic, it's so difficult because a comic can mean something to you, but that comic doesn't need to be particularly special or relevant to any.
I think
any
that's
sort of
they're just
storylines.
asking what is basically what's the one comic? What's the one?
The one is
Doesn't have to be valuable. Doesn't have to be anything other. It has to have meaning to you.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I would say. I just want to get the actual number right. I think it's get the actual number right. Here it is. Yes, I was right. Yeah. I'd say Batman 479, which was written by Alan Grant, and the artwork was by Tom Mandrake. Featuring the villain of Pagan. It's not a special comic in terms of relevancy to Batman or Batman's story development or timeline. But Batman 479 was the first ever comic that I purchased. That is what set everything into motion that happened today. And so when I think of Nightfall and stuff like that, when I think of Chuck Dixon, Graham Nolan on Detective Comics, just beautiful, beautiful things. But it all started on 479, Batman 479, first ever comic. So I it's sort of in a pompous way, sorry, but it's sort of always remembering where you started. It's always remembering where you came from on this crazy journey, because that was 30 years ago now. And here I am on a podcast that's called The Real BBC, which stands for Bagging, Boarding, and Chatting. And, still discussing comics, still discussing things surrounding comics with Marvel, DCU, all that kind of thing. And that's where it all started. In a small newsagent in a town in North Yorkshire, buying Batman 479. So that's the yeah. I don't know if you could say crowning. It's not. I don't know, but that's just the one.
You always remember your first. You always remember.
I can't remember the girl that I fucked, who I lost my virginity to. I can't remember what her name is, dude. That's a bullshit lie. I cannot remember what her name was.
Okay, some of us were sober. Well, somewhat.
I was okay. Yes, fine. I was drunk, but I still can't remember. So yeah, you can forget your first time.
Okay, well you can. I can.
Sorry, X-ray girl.
So wow,
I'm a slut. I was a huge,
I would say
slut at university, and I plowed my way through a lot of women, and I can't remember the majority of their names. Sorry.
Congratulations. I guess. I don't know how to respond to that.
University, what a time.
Justice, such a good series. Okay, so crowning jewel of my collection. I'm with Az. I always remember my first Marvel team up, number 42, The Amazing Spider-Man, and Vision. Also, Scarlet Witch was in that, so that's why Vision was always kind of one of my favorites, because he was in the first comic book I bought at a 7-Eleven in San Marcos, California, on the corner of San Marcos Boulevard and Rancho Santa Fe Road. A 7-Eleven that is still there. Bought that comic book because it was still only 25 cents. I bought it for a fucking quarter, and it started me on my journey to where it's my favorite medium. It's comics are the best. But Crown Jewel, obviously, Amazing Fantasy 15.
All right.
There you go.
MauLer.
Mine's
I have the
one-
ones that I bought you.
Mine's the one where Iron Man and Spider-Man and Batman and Superman hang out. in
Oh,
tree-
JLA versus Avengers. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Spider-Man
Mine
in that?
is-
Or is it DC versus Marvel? I can't remember. Spider-Man and JLA?
No, Batman. JLA versus Avengers.
JLA? No, there's DC versus Marvel, too, which has
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man. Who did Spider-Man fight? Spider-Man fought against.
I'm blanking
Evil
on it.
I
Spider-Man.
can't even remember who Spider-Man fought against. That Batman fought Captain America. Batman
No,
won.
in DC versus Marvel, didn't Spider-Man fight Robin or something like that?
No, Robin fought Jubilee and
Jubilee.
beat
That's
Jubilee.
right. That's right. Who did Spider-Man fight again?
I'm trying to remember.
I can't
Was
remember.
it because Namor fought Aquaman because they married those two together.
Yeah.
Superman fought against the Hulk. Storm fought against Wonder Woman.
Yep.
Batman, Captain America.
And remember
is
the
just
verses? Like it was a whole card game and everything.
It was
dead.
Superboy.
Wolverine
Superboy.
fought against Lobo.
Thank you, MauLer.
Spider-Man, Superboy.
Yeah, I
Okay.
remembered. It was Superboy. Yeah.
Superboy. Thank you, chat. I mean, MauLer. Look at this fucking Hawkeye by Alex. Hawkman.
Wait, let
Did I say
me,
Hawkeye? I've just knocked
Alex
five.
Ross.
Knocked
Solo.
5 points off for me. Nerd points. Damn.
Hawkman.
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 Ah,
My
You know,
my jewel
totally looks
collection
like
is
Ezra
awesome.
Miller. Totally looks like Ezra Miller, by the way. Shut up. What was that, extra girl?
juicy.
Oh, my the jewel of my collection is ISOM.
Yay!
Hey, good answer. Good answer, lady.
Yeah, that is the most politically correct answer we could have ever wished to have heard on the show.
Look at hey, MauLer, you want to see what
Yeah.
Captain Marvel and Black Adam are supposed to look like? That's it.
Yes,
Ooh, that looks good.
Alex. I mean, Kingdom Come. Holy shit! If you've not read Kingdom Come, people, you look. It's all Alex Ross interiors. It's a great, great story. It's when Mark Waid at least hid that he was a monumental, colossal.
So is
cunt.
Justice is very good too. It's all Alex Ross interiors. And
Mm.
It's freaking beautiful. But no, Kingdom Come all timer. Marvels and Kingdom Come came out relatively close. They were freaking amazing. Blew my mind back then. Good
Still
stuff.
can't believe Kingdom Come hasn't been adapted to live action. Really,
I think that they might head there at some point. But I mean, who knows? I think DC's DOA.
I know, but if you look, if they did it today, you could have had bloody Michael Keaton as Batman for that.
I know.
Why make reasonable choices? What is the point of that?
It's way easier to force him into a Flash movie with 2 Ezra Millers to get everybody to watch
Three Ezra Millers.
the
Three, yeah.
non-binary such and such to push an agenda instead of just, I don't know, doing the smart thing and having a Michael Keaton Batman movie that would have made money.
By the way, how old's he meant to be in the Flash? About 28. Round about there?
I guess mid-20s, something like that.
So he's a mid-20, let's say mid to late 20s virgin.
Well,
In the film.
he's got a girlfriend in the movie.
Yes.
At the end,
So
maybe.
convincing.
What you mean that lass that turns up for no reason in certain scenes,
Yes.
who may or may not have indulged during Coof?
Listen, okay. Everyone's got a preference.
Yeah,
That's all right.
like I think she hung out with Frangilla from The Witcher and had just got and ate bonbons for the entirety of COVID.
like I did, basically.
Because those girls put on some weight.
Because of course, in the Snyder Cut, that bit with her that was filmed back in 2017 or whatever it was, 2016 it would have been.
Yeah, the weird sausage scene that you guys apparently liked. That's okay. I don't judge anyone.
I'm always happy for sausages going into women's faces.
I can't, you make a hard argument to defeat.
Was that more difficult than debating XQCT, whatever it's called, X2X? I don't know what it's called.
X2X.
This thing's like this is a trade paperback, dude. ISOM 2. It's straight up TPB.
Well, I mean, the first one's 96 pages.
This one is.
I like the way that the haters who never read his comic thought it was like a 20-page fucking comic.
I know.
It's like 96 fucking pages. That's like almost half a year's worth of fucking floppies, for goodness sake.
So this is what Razor was talking about, and I couldn't agree more. I mean, I'm a pamphlet fan. The pamphlet is the floppy, is the funny book. Big fan of that stuff, but I just don't think it's going to work anymore. So Eric is somewhat adopting the bande dessinée.
VC.
The bande dessinée, the French comic books, which is a quarterly comic book that's bigger, that has better art, better storytelling. That's what Eric's doing, and I think that's the way to go. I think that is absolutely the way to go. I don't think you can. I think quarterly is the way to go. I don't think you can do George R. Martin and come out with a comic book every 5 years or something like that. I don't think that works.
I thought DC were onto something with Black Label, and they fucked that up real quick.
They did, but they actually were onto something that would have worked. And they actually got all the attention. The accidental Batman dick shot, got
Batman
everybody talking about it. It was fucking great. And then they fucked it up.
But they weren't complaining that his dick was in it, per se. The debate started to go around about whether or not he's Jewish or not because of being circumcised.
Okay, he was circumcised, right? Not all Jewish people are circumcised. Do people know that?
So 2 seconds, my delivery's here.
Okay. Do people know that?
I'd say that's pretty well known.
I would say it's pretty well known.
It's pretty well known.
Maybe Az doesn't know.
Maybe.
Is there not a lot of Jewish people in the UK?
Yes,
There's
there
three.
is. There's like
I don't
3.
know.
There's 3. What?
There's 3.
Scott Fowler for 20 British pounds. Speaking of the UK, listen to your videos. I listen
from downstairs.
What?
I could hear the laughing from downstairs.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Did you bring that to get your package?
It looks like he's chopping into his own package right now. Okay, back to the super chat.
I've now done a Batman.
Back to the super chat. Listen to your videos when I'm working in the dairy. Keep up the good work. Oh, cheers.
You keep up the good work.
You keep up the good work. They're probably going to ban dairy food in the UK pretty soon, too. Anyway, so. G.I. Joe was there. G.I. Joe, real American hero.
It's so shiny.
Classified
Why stupid?
series.
Why is he called Guy Joe?
Guy Joe.
Who are you, XQC?
Guy Joe's part of the Jam Wars.
Jammer Man.
Guy Joe Jammer Man.
Jam.
Melicot63 has gifted 5 Nerdrotic memberships for $25. Thank you. Dragonic Ice Mage for $19.99 or $9.99. $9. Is it supposed to be Hell All or Hail All?
Hail all.
It's
Hail
Hail
All.
All.
Probably not hell.
But she,
Hello.
X-Ray Girl just copies and pastes. She does not edit. That's
I
not.
do some
She's like, that
editing.
is
That
not in my
technically not a
job
misspell.
description to edit somebody's spelling. God, it is so hard being a girl.
It is.
Hail all.
Thanks for understanding.
MauLer, did you happen to catch the rest of Sitch and Adam's stream on Sunday? Dude, by the way, I can't remember what part it was in the EFAP when Adam said something that pissed people off, and they're like, do you know why it's Sitch and Adam? This is why it's Sitch and Adam. It's not Adam and Sitch. I was laughing my ass off.
Dude, there was this part where, because we had someone on who was also streaming on their end, they had a super chat that said, like, Adam, can you shut up for 5 minutes or something like that? And he read it out, but like in a slightly aggressive, like fun meme way. And then Adam was like, okay, I'm just going to go.
Oh, Adam.
It was like, oh no.
Come on, Adam. If not,
Sounds like me on FNT all the time.
oh, dude, if you tell Az or me to shut up, I will talk for 20 minutes straight. Okay? I will do it.
I will talk more.
I will talk more. If not, you definitely should, unless you plan to cover that video on EFAP. It was hilariously bad, just like the last one. Good night, all.
I will say, Drinker attracts the worst fucking, like, criticism videos. The Glass Onion one was really bad, and I've been told that the same guy made another one about his Barbie perspective. Yeah, Sitch and Adam told me to consider covering it, so we probably will. Maybe for the anniversary, who knows? It's always a bit of fun.
Yeah, the deal with Barbie, again, is normies. It is normies. And, we want to win hearts and minds. And sometimes the normies are just going to do what they're going to do. Barbie was guys in disguise as a fun thing. Yes, it was feminist, but that's, I'm not the only one who's made this argument, but that's where it belongs. Intersectional feminism belongs in Barbie. Put it in fucking Barbie all day. Just keep it out of fucking Spider-Man, okay? And Lord of the Rings and the fucking Witcher. Put it in Barbie.
Mr. Tony Frost. Mrs.
And
Tony
Marvel
Frost.
Comics and DC Comics. By the way, Steppenwolf in the Harley Quinn cartoon is gay.
Oh, that Harley Quinn cartoon, dude, is cancerous.
It's cancer.
It's a cancer show. The fucking Gen Z literal window licking retards, mate. That's what that shows.
I agree.
Oh,
I agree.
Did you? Do we want to? When do we want to be testing you guys' Star Trek knowledge?
I don't know if I can do that today.
Oh, come on! It's
I
so
need to
much
watch
fun.
some. I know, but like I'm like out of practice since Picard season 3. I've been like watching other shit. My brain's like focused on other shit.
TNG, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Come on, man.
exclusively TNG.
All right.
Come on,
Well, let
man.
me get some super chats done and we'll do it. All right. I mean, we started late, but you guys still in for 3 hours today? Even though we started late?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep an eye on the time there. Math girl. Did you see you made my video? You probably didn't even see you made my video.
No, I did. So there was a super chat earlier asking what my residuals were from being in the show, and I said 0 because no one's watching it.
Oh.
Oh, wah wah.
Yeah, I told her that she will get some residuals, the contracted residuals, once I get the final numbers on the profit and loss from that video in.
Oh, I meant from The Witcher, not your video. But yeah.
Oh, from showing up in The Witcher? Yeah, you won't get paid for shit. By the way, that's the same actress who was Shang-Chi's sister that kicked him in the balls in his own movie.
Oh.
Who sees and no Zaku boy for $50. By the way, the Legion of Memers finally came up with the perfect because I haven't been really appeared in Peeping Tom, but now I think I might be.
Ooh.
Because one of the Legion of Memers created Dr. Pineapple.
Oh, I saw that.
That's pretty funny. Nozaku Boy says, "Who sees into the hearts of men and the undergarments of women? Peeping Tom." It's a wet and wild summer in the city when a slippery new villain drenches the city in crime. Will Tom break a sweat getting a handle on the moist mistress Condensatia? Dude, we honestly
she just appeared out of nowhere.
if we had the time to write these comic books, like they could just it could just be a couple of page adventures, right? Like it almost like a Twinkie ad. You think of it like a Twinkie ad, and then you just collect it in a book. We fucking could totally do it. We just don't have time to do it. We don't have the time.
Well, like sometimes I see it pop up. Like here's one.
Well, I have been.
What you do? I should speak to Kelly. Yo,
Yeah.
Kelly, can I commission you to do a Kelly Jones Peeping Tom cover?
Like this could be really good.
Choose wisely, Tom. Your very life depends on it. Dr. Pineapple, as we engage the ropes, the fate of the world depends on one decision. Which pizza slice do I choose? Pepperoni? No. Pineapple, wait. Pepperoni, pineapple. Ah! Better than all of Phase 4.
It is.
That's a core member. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Yeah. Time. It's not an illusion.
It's a bummer.
It's a bummer how little of it we have.
I wish we didn't need sleep.
Right. Lord Baratheon for $49.99. A lot of people have hope for Deadpool 3, and there's many rumors about that movie. Yes, I don't think we're going to see it for like a year. We were supposed to see it in May. I don't think we're going to see it for a year. Deadpool 3.
Ooh, no.
I wouldn't get your hopes that high for it. It's Disney. Sean Godley for $20. What are the three differences between Marvel scripts and fan fiction? 1, fan fiction needs an idea for a story. 2, fan fiction authors want to be well received by fans. 3, fan fiction's authors care. They love the worlds they play in. I'll say it's like something like The Witcher gives fan fiction a bad name. It does. And so does Disney Marvel. Samuel Ayrton for $49.99. Gary, was it you said you were listening to Brandon Sanderson audiobooks? I did start, but I had to stop because I'm going in the Wheel of Time. What us Wheel of Time fans got to do is get you to read Wheel of Time so we can have rants from you and Chad aggressively agreeing. Long live the fellowship and thank you all. If I can.
If you do that, you want to get Disbrew on it as well.
Oh, Disbrew will
that's true,
definitely.
yeah.
I'll get Disbrew in. I'll be in the UK when that premieres too. So,
Oh.
yeah, I'll have a lot of time to listen to books on planes and stuff.
Dude.
Yep. CPT Solo 24, Captain Solo 24. Is that what that is? For $20. MauLer, Pillar of Garbage, made another video on Critical Drinker. Gonna EFAP him again. The video was awful.
It's a good chance. Like I said, that's the one that Adam and Stitch recommended. So that's the thing. Drink is getting more and more popular, which means more and more people going after him.
Those clout
bastard.
chasers.
Well, I don't think it's any. We spoke about this a little bit already, but for the audience, beautiful audience, by the way.
Jealousy. It does mock the flesh that it feeds.
The Critical
It is the
Drinker.
green-eyed monster that mocks the flesh it feeds upon.
The Critical Drinker is the #1 critic on YouTube.
Yes.
As
Not
far
e-
as I'm aware, that's not hyperbole. That's just true at this
Mhm.
point.
As far as viewership, not he might not have more subscribers than some of these like other like corporate channels that have just gone by the wayside, but his interaction is much higher than anybody else's. On top of that, he has the respect of people he is criticizing the hell of right now. So Hollywood, there are people in Hollywood who listen to what the critical drinker has to say and are taking it to heart, which is the whole fucking point of this matter, by the way. And it's all in his presentation. So the critical drinker, humble, nice guy, is the number one critic. And yeah, some people in the quote unquote movie space who thought they fucking owned it don't. And they don't because they weren't honest. End of story. Drinker's honest. And good. Paul S. for $19.99. As he can't. We don't want to pressure the man. I hope you reconsider the UK meetup. I get it. If not, I get you need a motivation for the weight loss. It would be a great thing for those of us who are inspired and making and make it more motivating for you. Keep it up, sir. And I will say for Az that he could do a meetup later. It doesn't have to be with me when he is ready. When Az is ready. It's all of, you know,
£50 a ticket.
Oh.
and yeah, you're going to charge.
You have to go through a labyrinth of merch stalls. Then you get out to the stage and they go, see you next year.
Arthur McLaughlin for £5 British. Gary, as a professional gamer, will you play Alien Isolation for Halloween? Probably not. Halloween.
That's not a Gary game. That's
Oh no.
no offense. The coolest thing about it, and the reason I probably recommended it is
no Gary. No game.
Listen, a Gary game is like Pac-Man.
I was thinking Sonic. Maybe Sonic. Get him on Sonic.
That's a bit much for Gary.
No, Sonic could be too much for me.
But Alien Isolation, the big thing about it that's really cool is that it has the aesthetic of Alien, the first Alien film, and they really did a good job of recreating all the tech and the environment and the atmosphere. So that's probably why they want you to see it.
And it's scary.
I don't care if it's scary.
He screamed.
Doesn't bother me. That's my anniversary though, so I'll be out. My wedding
Touching
anniversary.
grass or whatever.
That's what you want to call it.
Wow!
Oh my god!
Unbelievable.
Mike Humsmills for $2. As eat corn the long way. Eats corn the long way. As eats corn the long way.
The long way?
What is the long
What?
way?
Isn't that just the normal way?
No, you eat.
Oh, you're doing it that way instead of.
Oh, typewriter. Yeah, I do that.
No, that's corn on the cob. You didn't even get it right. That's corn on the cob. Come on,
yeah, you
man.
gotta have a separation between corn and corn on the cob.
Yeah, you do.
The corn is the pieces that are on the corn on the cob. So
But
you should be as eats the
Mike,
cob.
I completely get what you're saying, and I agree.
You wish, mate. You
Travis's
wish.
World for $5.
Whatever fantasies you need to go through in your mind.
Oh, whatever. Gary, do you have a suggested reading order for Hellboy and BPRD? Hail the Fellowship. Travis World for $5. I didn't even read it in the proper order because I had to get a bunch of back issues and kind of because I read Hellboy in order as it came out. Now there is a order you can read it with BPRD. You can find it online, but I read it completely out of order because I got into BPRD later. So, but I could probably make one at some point and put it up. You know what I started watching again? You guys already know because I put it in the chat.
Did you?
Buffy.
Oh yeah.
Went to Buffy, and God, the condition of season 1 is shit. It looks fucking terrible, but it's such a good show. And once you get in the later seasons, the quality of the actual picture gets better. But man, bring on the
gorgeous Angel season 5, that HD. It's so funny to go from Buffy season 1 to Angel season 5. You actually you just progress significantly in technology, basically.
Well, I mean, the thing is, you'd probably be better off watching Buffy season 1 on a CRTV, like an old school TV. You would, because I have my digital projector, and it's just like, oh. So I tried the DVDs and thought, no, this might be better. Nope. Not. Yeah, it's just not. It's great to have that physical media just in case, but I was watching it on Hulu, so then we got 5 episodes in the first season. I still love the show. Ferrer Samra for $5. Just get Az going on a tangent about his favorite video game, and you won't need to worry about audio, Gary. LOL. No, I could go pee and have lunch and say hi to my wife, and yeah.
Start a farm, grow some crops.
Start a farm in England. So there you go.
I had a great stream with Melanie Mac. Mac and I went through our top favorite games. Good stream.
Any surprise entries in the lists?
I mean,
or they all normally
not for me. Maybe for the audience, but no, there was obviously there was quite a lot of classics, which you'd imagine. But there was some there which you probably wouldn't have expected.
Okay.
Ministry of Wrongthink for $9.99. Do you guys see one of the awards Barbie won was literally best non-sequel movie? The bar is so low, it's a speed bump. I agree. And you have to admit that the 2 movies that are doing well are one's still a property based on a fucking toy, but it's like a long overdue movie, by the way. I mean, this movie's been in development for decades.
Hey, don't knock the Oppenheimer toys; they were great.
I want the Hiroshima playset.
Oh no!
And the Nagasaki playset.
Wait a minute, it's just Ash. I don't get it.
Dude, that'd be so.
I just got a box of Ash.
That'd be the worst thing to put on Twitter is get a box of Ash.
I'm gonna do it.
Mattel Oppenheimer.
I got the box. I have the technology. I'm gonna just gonna put dirt in there,
and then
brown dirt. I just got the Nagasaki plate, the Hiroshima and Nagasaki plate.
Dude, you got to put a Mattel logo on it though, and then you'll get paid for it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Can you get
a little Cillian Murphy on there with a thumbs up?
For reals, though.
Oh shit.
These Oppenheimer toys are crazy.
And then, somebody who gets mad at us will make a 9/11 playset or something like that, and I would laugh just as hard at that. Doey $9.99. I called the next Avengers movie would be a Young Avengers movie when I saw WandaVision. Then we got Patriot, Kid Loki, Kate Bishop, and America Chavez, Miss Marvel, Scar, Stature, Laugh My Ass Off. This is going to they're doing it and it will flop. And I couldn't agree more. For one, the Young Avengers were introduced to be basically Marvel's Teen Titans, sidekicks. That's why it worked. It was a fun little thing to do on the side, but it was never supposed to be the Avengers, like ever in a million years. Like the Teen Titans are great. It's one of the greatest comics that comic runs in DC's history, but nobody ever thought that they would take the place of Justice League. Come on.
No.
It was actually DC's X-Men. And outsold the X-Men for a while. And part of one of the greatest crossovers between DC and Marvel was Teen Titans and X-Men. Darkseid, Dark Phoenix. Come on. Good shit. But yeah, it's dude, it is going to be a joke. For one, Zoomers don't watch fucking movies. They like the only reason they went to Barbie is for the memes. I mean, other than maybe Across the Spider-Verse and Mario that did bring in kids, but it was parents bringing kids. When I go to the theater now, I see a lack of young people. I see a lot of people my age. Back in the day, every weekend, the theater was packed with teenagers, young people. So you're bringing in your new generation. Now it is a form of art that is aging out. That's age. I mean, that's just a fact. What are the gaming industry? What's their total here?
They're about 3 times bigger than Hollywood.
I'd say it's more than that.
Not 3 times. I think it's about 3 times.
Yeah, gaming is destroying Hollywood right now, and gaming, by all accounts, I don't know. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Not in the best place right now. It's been in better places.
Been in better places.
Yeah. Kenua for $199. Highly rumored Sue will beat lead Fantastic Four MCU. I think it's a rumor. The only question I have with all of these casting rumors is, how is that possible during a Film Actors Guild strike? How are we casting people during a Film Actors Guild strike? Haven't gotten the answer to that question yet. So I think scoopers just need some scoopy poop to talk about, because this is the latest Fantastic Four rumor of many. Would Disney Marvel have Sue Storm lead the Fantastic Four? Absolutely. We have lots of evidence of that. So,
oh God, yeah, of course.
And I think Vanessa Kirby would actually be a really good Sue Storm, by the way.
Not a bad casting choice.
Not a bad casting choice. I just don't think it's real unless they did it before the strike and didn't announce it, because they are on strike. And if they can't promote shit, I'm guessing they can't, like, while they're on strike, go work with the producers and get hired for a job.
Well, we all know that the good writers are probably working the hardest they've ever worked in a long time right now.
Yes.
But the bad ones, well, they're on strike. Gonna do some quiz?
Let's do some quiz.
Quiz time. All right. It's going to have to be Az first, okay? Because you went first last time, Gary, which means he's probably going to be able to grab some points. This is Az's redemption arc, okay?
Hopefully. It'd be nice.
Because we objectively proved that Gary is the superior Doctor Who fan.
Oh, man.
No.
Morally speaking.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Well,
So
Az will be the superior TNG fan. That's for sure.
Well, okay. Hopefully. I mean, it would be nice. Right, I'm going to start off with Best of Both Worlds.
Oh, like what are we? What is this?
Number.
Wait. Yeah. Okay. Wait. We got just in case. Maybe some people.
Okay, the rules. Okay.
Episodes. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
So I stumbled across the idea of a game by going to IMDb and sorting the episodes of a series by top rated. So it creates a top 10, basically aggregated by the world. And so the challenge is for these two lads here.
Wait, did you just say you're going by IMDb's rankings?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to change my response then.
All right, no problem. So yeah,
I think I know what the IMDb number one is.
All right. Well, it's okay. So yeah, they got to guess what is on the list and where it ranks. You get a point if you get either correct. And we tally them at the end. But the challenge, of course, isn't that it would be the best episodes or their favorites. It would be what you believe the fan base surrounding this show would vote for. And a lot of it is very much heavy to the release of the episodes. But there are some shows that almost predate IMDb, I imagine. I'm not sure if TNG does. I'd have to check. I assume it probably does.
Oh, yeah, because it started in 87.
I don't know when IMDb started. I don't know what it was original form was, but I assume, yeah. So it's, what would have happened as a result. So they take it in turns, and then I'll give them like a points, and then we'll see who the
Gary
superior
cheated last week, so I get to start this week.
Hands up.
well, I mean, okay. Oh yeah, hands up. Okay, in which case, because you said the IMDb, I think that the actual best rated episode of TNG on IMDb is The Inner Light. So I'm going to go Inner Light, The Inner Light, number one.
As you are completely correct. 2 points.
Whoa.
2. All right. Wow.
Yeah. If you didn't say IMDb, I was going to go Best of Both Worlds number one. But when you said IMDb, I was like, oh no, I'm pretty sure that the top ranked on IMDb is the Inner Light.
All right, Gary, it is your turn. I need some like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music.
Best of
Yeah.
both worlds, number 2.
Yeah.
Gary, you are completely
Yeah,
correct.
completely
2 points.
It's
We
gonna
are
get tough after
drawing.
this.
Oh no, this is no.
This is gonna get tough.
No. Okay. I only knew what the IMDb number 1 was. I'm gonna go with Measure of a Man,
Okay.
All right.
and I gotta say number 3.
You are correct about Measure of a Man. It is
Yeah, I
not
know.
number 3.
Oh,
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom,
I got an idea for number 3.
boom,
Though.
boom,
Got an idea.
Chain of Command.
Chain of Command.
Chain of Command, nice.
And
I couldn't remember the name. I was racking my brain.
we get in a rank.
Think.
Gotta get a number.
Number 6.
Are there multiple parts to this episode?
What Chain of Command parts 1 and 2?
Yes.
But they get separated into the list. You got to choose one.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Part 1. I'll just say part 1, number 6.
Incorrect.
Ooh.
What, on all of it?
On all of
Yep.
it?
Wow.
There's no
Okay,
Chain of
I'm
Command
going
part
to
one
go
on
with
the list.
at number 3,
Okay. Yesterday's
Enterprise.
Ah, you fucker.
Double points for Az. He nailed it.
Az is in the lead with 5.
I'm telling you, I don't know the Star Trek TNG episodes names as well as I do Doctor Who.
But
Okay.
you remember, we said last week you could just say what,
Yeah, as
what
long
the
as you-
episode is, and
You,
we'll
you could
get the name
describe
for
it.
you.
You can give like
Yeah.
episode number or whatever. Like whatever gets you to it. It's okay. The tension.
Wait. Oh, do I go with Chain of Command Part 2 or Tapestry?
Oh, I know which one I'd go for.
It's got to be Tapestry. I got to go for Tapestry.
You got to go with Tapestry. That was going to be my next one.
Tapestry number 6. I'll stick with 6.
What? No points.
None?
Not even on the list.
Not even on the list.
Oh, fucking IMDb. Fuck that. That's some bullshit.
Gary, I was going to go Tapestry next.
Yeah.
I got to go with the Drumhead.
Oh,
my
yeah.
my personal favorite TNG episode, and I'm going to go with the Drumhead at number 5.
There is no Drumhead, so it's not at number 5 either. Just a quick reminder to anybody who's checking the list themselves: if you have the way IMDb does it, if there's like 5 episodes,
I don't have.
If there are 5 episodes that are rated the same amount, it'll shuffle them. So I could refresh the list and it'll give me a slightly different list.
Okay.
So, yeah, and obviously, once again, reminder: part 1s and part 2s are not said together. They, you know.
Sarek.
Oh, that's a great. That would have been why I would say, not the one I was going to say now, but that would be one I would say.
Well, I almost chose another one because I'm trying to think of IMDb and not like what my personal favorites are.
Yeah.
But Sarek, God, I don't know what number 8. Fuck. I'm getting killed.
I'm going to go Darmak.
Yes, Darmak's got to be on there.
At number 4.
Yeah, it's got to be.
I'm
in the top.
afraid there is no Dharma.
What? Okay, fuck this list.
This list is late and gay.
Okay, I'm gonna go like basic. I mean, I like this 2-parter too quite a bit. It's not like the greatest TNG stuff.
Oh,
Get the girl out of here. But I mean, it's Spock returning, so unification.
Okay.
Part 2.
What was the title again? Sorry.
Unification.
Unification. Well, you don't need to guess a rank because it's not on the list.
Oh. Spock is in it, for fuck's
I'm
sake.
gonna go with oh fucking hell. There's two. There's two that I could go for here. I'm gonna go Q Who at number
rank?
7.
Oh, double points for Az.
Whoa!
Come on!
That is correct. Q Who is at number 5.
Unbelievable that guess on 7.
Oh. Recovery is possible.
All
Gary.
good things.
Oh, of course.
Just to clarify, that definitely hasn't been mentioned already, right? There's no mistakes there. Okay. What
And
rank?
again, it's all good things, part 1 and 2.
Rank it.
Which one? Part 1 or part 2?
Part 2. The end.
Part 2.
Yeah, what rank?
What rank?
That's a sensible one to go
did we
for.
pick 3 already? Did you already pick 3?
Yes, I think 3. I think 1 and 3 have gone.
It's
1,
got to be in
3,
the
7
top
have gone.
5. Come
you guys
on.
have 1, 2, 3, and 7.
7.
All right, 5.
Yeah.
I'll say 5.
So you're going with All Good Things Part 2 for 5. That is wrong on both counts.
I'm fucked.
This is crazy. Let's go with Deja Q.
Deja Q. What
Deja
rank?
Q. I think it's going to be low, though. I think I'm going to say 9 or 10. I'll go with 9.
It is not on the list.
Oh.
All right. Encounter at Farpoint. Introduction to Q. So I'll put that.
I don't think that's going to. I don't think that's going to be in top 10. But...
I don't think so either, but this fucking list is wacky.
Yes, yeah, that is true.
I will say a lot of guesses have been for parts, like half a part of a lot of episodes you guys have been going with. I don't know why you wouldn't go for other halves if you're willing to do one half.
Because it's too easy, MauLer. We want to try to challenge our nerds.
We're trying to, you know.
I personally love Encounter at Farpoint because
I do.
It's fucking Q. It's Judge Q. It's iconic.
Q, yeah.
So I'm gonna say,
all right.
yeah, let's do it at number 10. Did we guess that one already? No.
0
Okay.
points.
Oh man.
Fuck.
I'm going to go with let's go with Parallels. Number 8. Okay.
Borg.
Ooh.
Rank.
9.
You are correct. About
Whoa!
You have not guessed the correct rank, though.
That's okay. I got one on there. I'm happy with that.
Fuck, man. Oh, this is tough. Let's go with Scotty. Let's go with Relics.
Ooh.
What rank?
Gonna go Relics at 10.
That is a complete 0.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that is 2.
So you said other part 2s. Chain of Command. I can't remember what part I guessed.
Yeah, you guessed
Part 1.
I mean, you can just say the part you didn't guess, I guess. I'll give you that.
Part 1.
Yeah.
Part 1. Chain of Command Part 1 at number. Oh fuck! I forgot what numbers.
1, 2, 3,
and 7.
7 are all gone.
Yeah.
8.
So I'm pretty sure you originally guessed part 1, so I'm willing to just accept you
Yeah,
guessing
Part 2. That's what.
um,
Yeah, that's what I meant.
which
totally.
is on the list.
Oh.
Not the correct rank though.
Okay. God.
So not bad, not bad. Crawling back a little bit here. Yeah.
I know. I'm delving.
So, sorry, chat.
What's the one with the toy guy who steals data to put into his collection?
Oh,
What is that episode called?
I can't look at the chat either.
No, exactly. So I can't
I have
look
no
at the chat.
clue. I have zero clue.
The one where the toy guy steals data and puts him into his collection. The chat will probably tell you more.
I just googled data toy guy collection Star Trek. Let's
Yeah,
episode. That should probably give it. Come on, Google. Is it the most toys?
could be.
Oh, yeah, I think so. It's kind of funny, chat. Like the good toys, all the best toys, the most toys. Like it's close enough, so I think it is the most toys. But what rank were you looking for?
Let's go with 9.
Incorrect on both counts.
Okay.
What's the score, by the way?
Score is currently as in the lead with 7 points, and Gary with 4.
Get my ass
Which
kicked.
is exactly the reverse of the Doctor Who.
All Good Things Part 1.
You look at you, cop out.
I gotta catch up somehow.
Do you want to guess rank? Remember, 1, 2, 3, and 7 are gone.
5.
You are correct that episode is on the list. Incorrect about the rank.
Okay.
Bet you it's number 4.
Cause and effect. At number 10.
You are correct that's on the list. Incorrect on rank.
Oh, shit. I wasn't confident with that guess, so I just sort of, oh my God, if I was a bit more confident with that guess, I would have placed it. Yeah, different. Okay. Good one. On loop. Good.
Oh. What's the name of the episode as we're
It's worth mentioning you guys only have one more episode to guess.
Oh, wow.
what's the name of the episode where Riker falls in love with the genderless species?
Oh, yeah. God damn it. I think it's just a one word.
Yeah,
I think it's just a one word. The chat, what did you get?
MauLer could look up.
MauLer, just put Riker, non-binary
Episode.
Okay.
episode. Yeah,
Star Trek episode.
it's actually an episode about homosexuality.
The Outcast.
The Outcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
I picked that one.
And rank.
We only got one. Well, we haven't got any of the ranks right.
Ow!
8.
To be fair, Az got a couple of the ranks right, and you did. You guessed
Got
number 2.
3, didn't I? Got 3 ranks right.
I think so. Yeah, but it doesn't matter because that episode's not on there.
Oh shit. Okay, let's go with the aftermath of all good things and go with family at number 9.
Incorrect.
Oh. I'm running out of ideas.
I'm way out of ideas. I'm just trying to think of episode names at this point.
Yeah. Or
This
just think-
one,
yeah.
this one might sneak past you both. You might have thought maybe you guessed it already.
Oh. Okay. I got a guess. I got a guess if Gary doesn't get it.
Reunion.
Rank.
8.
Incorrect.
I'm just thinking episode names now.
I'll go Cupid.
Rank.
9.
Incorrect.
Oh. Can't believe fucking Darmak, the drumhead.
I know what.
Fucking what the fuck, man? Kidding me? Geek. Did you do Best of Both Worlds Part 1, Gary? Did you try and fudge that?
Oh, I could try that one. Best of Both Worlds Part 1.
Rank.
Well, the other one was 2. 4.
So what's interesting is that you did guess Best of Both Worlds Part 1 at rank 2. So now you're guessing Best of Both Worlds Part 2 at rank 4.
4. Yes, that's it.
That is a double point.
Oh,
So not bad.
I gave it to him. I gave it to him.
But I mean, do we call it at that point? Because all episodes.
Oh, that's all episodes done. Yeah, yeah.
Which leaves us with Az's victory by 1 point.
Oh,
So not bad, guys. Really. And again, some people are like, that's not what my list says. Like I said, the list slightly changes every time you refresh it. So that's the one I got. Just to clarify, rank number 1, the Inner Light. 2, Best of Both Worlds. 3, Yesterday's Enterprise. 4, The Best of Both Worlds Part 2. 5, Measure of a Man. 6, The Next Generation, All Good Things Part 1. 7, Q Who. 8, Cause and Effect. 9, Chain of Command Part 2. And 10, Iborg.
There you go.
ooh. Damn, that was. I thought it was. I mean, it did 8 points. That's not bad. But I was actually surprised at how I sort of run out of a few episodes in terms of names.
Well,
I feel like you guessed that faster than the Doctor Who one.
It's easier. Well, because you probably watch more, but like there's so many more Star Trek episodes than modern Doctor Who episodes. So
yeah, we're looking at 7 seasons of 20 plus episodes.
Yeah.
There's 160 something, I think, episodes of TNG.
What's kind of interesting is there's a sort of like if you look at the top set, it's like season 5, season 3, season 3, season 4, season 2, season 7, season 2, season 5, season 6, season 5. Like season 5 seems to be dominating it a bit.
3 to 5 are just obscenely good of TNG.
Well, not bad. What do you think of the list overall then? Do you think it's reasonable?
I just reasonable. I mean, you know, there are certainly ones that I would swap out.
For sure.
In there for sure, but I can understand. I can understand it.
Sarek is such a fucking good episode, dude.
Sarek gets me. Get a
fucking good episode.
The acting is just so incredible in that.
I feel like maybe next week or whatever week it would be fun to do the Buffy one, but I don't know if it's unfair. I don't know.
How about I do the Buffy for you and Gary?
I've already. So it's.
You've already looked at it though, you cheater.
Oh.
Well, that's how I did. I found out about this. I did it with Fringy. It was fun.
Okay.
That's unfortunate. Like, I don't know if there's any ones that would work for doing it with
What
me.
about Game of Thrones?
I did that one already.
Okay.
But yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if that's a little lopsided because I know Gary's more familiar with Buffy than Az is. I think.
Yeah. Episode wise, absolutely, yeah.
But you'd probably be able to guess. Yeah.
I watched Buffy once. I've never gone back and viewed Buffy. I watched it once, thoroughly enjoyed it. I've never gone back and rewatched.
This is my first repeat view in a long while. So it's nice. It's nice to see.
Can I number one? Once more with feeling.
Yes. Like, the thing is, the
really?
top 3
Whoa! It's not Hush.
No, but I was about to say the top 3 are easy guesses.
Yeah.
You probably know what the top 3 are, and that's one of them.
I got my 2 points. I'm happy. I'm done.
Number 1 Angel episode, Smile Time.
Yes, Smile Time's at the Angel.
Yes.
The Angel one, dude. The Angel one, because I did it with, like I said, I did it with Fringy, and it's like there's like 5 season 5 episodes in there. It's not a surprise at all. It's just such a fucking.
It's a best last season of a show ever. With I
Yeah, you
think
got
best-
Not Fade Away, You're Welcome, Smile Time, A Hole in the World, and Shells. All of them are in the top 10.
yeah.
It's all season 5. They're fucking great.
I keep knocking. Oh shit! I just knocked over Rambo. I just knocked over Rambo. That's not good. Rambo has been. It's over, Johnny. It's over. Look at those guns. Those evil.
We
guns.
need another one. We need another show because these are actually quite good fun.
Yeah, they
Well,
are.
yeah, obviously, if you guys can come up with one, it would have to just be a show that you have relatively equal familiarity with that has at least 30 options of episodes because you don't want to make it.
Buffy would have been perfect for you two.
Yeah, but that's how I found out about this game, was playing it like with Buffy. I was gonna say Farscape, but I don't know if
Twilight
familiarity is
Zone.
good enough for that.
Babylon?
Babylon
Babylon
5.
5.
Babylon 5.
Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica. BSG and Babylon 5. I'd be down with. Yeah. But we gotta wrap this up.
That was fun, Morley. Thanks.
That was fun.
Yay.
Good job, pal.
The hostess with the most.
Mr.
Oh,
Pickman.
would you want to do the original Star Trek series?
Yeah.
What was that?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I could do
I
that.
think Gary will get me on that.
SS Wolf has a script for her reactions. I heard, says Mr. Pickman for $9.99.
Sniper Wolf. Oh.
So she scripts out her. Ooh,
She scripts it.
How do you script that?
dude,
Oh
I'll
my
I'll be honest with you. Her delivery does sound scripted. It absolutely does.
Oh my god.
Imagine scripting going ooh.
Well, maybe she's a model hired by her boyfriend or some agency. It's like, and then there's going to be AI shit of that. By the way, there's going to be some hot AI girl eating. Maybe they can combine like low effort reaction with eating your emojis or whatever the hell that is. There's a cartoon that Tyrone Magnus reacted to was women reach final form.
The gang shit. Where they,
yeah.
Gang.
That was so funny.
my
Kevin
God.
Willis for $20. I liked it. The cliche women are victims and oppressed. Now wait on me like a servant and obey me in all things. Horse Shocky was tedious, but in general, I found it enjoyable and got a number of actual laughs out of it. Barbie, yeah. Okay, so tell me how Barbie is succeeding, but everything the MCU puts out, Witcher, everything that's been Star Trek, why is it failing across the board in that stuff? Tell me what the difference is. What's the difference?
Barbie's a
Margot
celebration for
Robbie.
women of femininity. I don't think it's Margot Robbie per se.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
I think it's women can celebrate being feminine again after being told that men with dicks are women for the last 10 years. I've been shown that fat, fucking useless bundles of shite are the norm to go for. They can celebrate pinkness, femininity, reliving childhood enjoyment of being a girl. I think there's that massive element to it. Again, it's a franchise long overdue, as you said. It's a film that's long overdue. So yeah, I think there's a lot of women just being able to celebrate being a woman for a change.
But I think that if they made a second one, you would see a drop off
Massive.
significantly.
Yes.
So
I
just
think
kinda
that
like this trend.
There's no.
They also like
Ken
Ryan
in the
Gosling.
MCU.
By the way,
That's what I'm
women
saying.
really like Ryan Gosling.
If Secret Invasion had Ken running around doing fun things, maybe it would have been successful. Ken with a Drax arm. I'm
that
in.
would be
Go.
amazing.
15 out of 10.
Drax
Yeah.
arm, Groot arm.
The difference,
I'm just Ken, and I'm.
the difference is
15.
one was made for women
Mhm.
and gay men. That's what it's for. If people like it, that's fine. But
That's why I went to
that's what it's for. It's for a very specific audience.
What you mean?
and
It's
that's-
catering to a specific audience.
That's what it need. It
Crazy.
was what it needed to be. Okay, it's for. It is not putting a square peg through a round hole. That's what
No.
intersectional feminism and fucking and high fantasy and all this shit is, putting a square peg through a round hole. You have Northern European settings, and it's not just the intersectional feminism. It's with The Witcher. It's the woke. It's the absolute woke. It's just flipping everything on its head for an agenda. The showrunner said she needed to change after said she wasn't going to change the races and genders and sexualities of characters. Then she did, and then she said she needed that. It's in my video, so she could see herself in it.
Of course. The age of the self-insert narcissist.
Yep.
It will go on for a long time.
I went to see Barbie. Youngest daughter wanted to go. Then the wife wanted to go. Then the older daughter wanted to go, and I was fine with it. Actually, you sounded. This sounds like excuses, Kevin. I actually wanted to go see it before I heard reviews based on the marketing, but I agree with Az. I liked it. Obviously, you went to it 3 times. You're like, hey, other kid. You like took all your kids separately.
You were literally
then
picking
your
up
wife.
children off the street and just taking them to the
Are you going to take your dog to the...
Got some popcorn? Just sit there with your popcorn.
That was part 2, by the way, because part 2
No, that
came
was
up
part
become...
1 and then part 2.
It's just 2. Okay, good. And youngest friend whose parents forbid her to see Barbie even on pain of getting disowned or something, came off as real twat waffle. An hour after seeing it, nobody mentioned it again. Forgettable. You rock, Gary. Cheers. So do you.
Thanks, Kevin.
Enjoy seeing Barbie again with your dog.
And if you want, after you can review it.
Yeah.
You can watch it again.
Chaos Killer 721 for $5. Hey, Gary, are you going to go to the gym with Az during the trip to England? Sure, I would. Yeah, I got to work out how I'm going to work out. Hopefully there's something in our, we're doing a hotel and then an Airbnb. So hopefully the hotel's got something, but I don't know.
We're going to be doing a lot of walking though.
UK hotels are like little closets compared to American hotels. So
you haven't seen my house. I told you it's a box.
I lived in I lived in San Francisco in a box for a long time.
I bet your San Francisco house feels like a fucking mansion compared to this box.
1,200 square feet.
I think this is 12 square feet.
It's like Bender in his apartment when he thought he lived in a closet.
That is my house, yes.
X-Ray Girl, hiking down, you can be condescending. Instead of descending. I get it. Karajin, I get it. Viper 6 for $6. Hey, boys. And X-Ray Girl. Dom here from Viper 6 Customs. I have some gifts to send to you, 3, and I will big thanks for the great content, but I only see a P.O. box for Gary as MauLer, P.O. box. Check out IG at Viper 6, and it's spelled with a 6 instead of an S. So it's Viper, the number 6, IX for hints.
Oh my God.
I think if you email them, they can send you possibly a P.O. box destination. That would be my guess. Right, guys? You know, because it doesn't have to say your name on the P.O. box. Mine says Nerdrotic. So, although everybody knows my name. Just a thought. That's all. Well, that's because when I started this YouTube thing, I didn't think anybody would watch. So I'm just like, fuck it, who cares? As MauLer just saw Callum of Potle, it's Potley fame, go through merry old England. The ancestral homeland is a garden where it's still a garden. Gary, go to Avery, touch the Ents. Okay, I will. I'm going to go to a lot of places. I'm going to Diddly Squat Farm.
Gonna diddle some squats.
Gonna diddle some
squats. Do you know what
squats.
diddly squat means?
Doing nothing.
Jack
isn't it?
shit. Yeah, jack shit. It means jack shit. Nothing.
Yeah. When they first said that, I was like, oh, good for you.
Dear Az, in celebration of Final Fantasy 14, FF14, coming to Xbox, what is your favorite class and race? My old character was the Elven Healer until Stormblood. I switched to a Samurai. This is Ferrer for $10.
Since Reaper came along, I am Reaper all day, every day, baby. I will reap the shit out of you. But before then, I was Samurai. And I just like playing a hewer. So, you know, I'm a hewer, man. Because everyone else is fucking weird.
As are you dieting, buddy? You look healthier, man. Says not applicable for $2. Yes.
No, I just got cancer.
It's not even funny.
It is. It is. It is.
A little funny. Hey, Az, on the hot
I
fuzz.
had the doctors tell me that to my face, dude. It's funny. Trust me. When you've heard it to your face, it's
And
funny.
this will be the last one because we got to go. I'll get the rest on Saturday. Oh, God, Saturday? That'll be at Anime Matsuri. Saturday night. While everybody's out going to the rave, I'll go back to my hotel room and do a super chat square up. They can all party without me. We Shenanigans for $5. Hey, Az, on the Hot Fuzz swear jar scale, how bad is the word bint?
But I mean, you can use bint in regular conversation, and I don't think it's not a swear word. Bint isn't a swear word. It's
like
just an insult.
Yeah, it's about the same degree as bitch.
I'd probably say bint is below bitch because I don't think a lot of people actually know what a bint is.
Well, I guess for the people who use it, that's like the amount of sting it's supposed to have.
A bint, yeah, I mean, a bint is, I think, a more scathing way of saying bitch.
Pretty sure the first time I heard someone call someone a bint was Spike. In Buffy.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he calls. I don't know if he calls Buffy a bint, but
Yeah,
I remember being like,
Yeah, he does.
Oh my goodness.
He does.
Oh my god, you need to find that for me. I need to see that.
dude, my fucking world was rocked when I was like, that's like my favorite British character of all time, and he's American. I was like, wait, like, what's happening?
Dude, he's from.
Heard the word
He's,
bint in
he's from.
1990.
He's from like Modesto, like Central California.
California, yeah.
Yeah, like where George Lucas was from, in that area.
But seriously, I don't know what it is with Buffy, but him and Wesley, they do fantastic British accents.
Yes.
Like, unreal. And I remember, I think James Marsden Thanos in Avengers.
Yes.
Like that's Alexis Denisof.
Yes, it is.
That character. And then he gets his fucking head broken off in Guardians of the Galaxy, and I was like, "Oh, rip!" Because like, can you imagine that? Like James Gunn's writing the script, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll have Ronan kill that guy to show that he's like fucking annoyed." But then it's like, "Well, rip my career in the MCU. I guess I'm out." Like,
I think the
know.
stream just dipped for a bit, guys. but
It's been dipping. I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah, it might be my internet. Yep, it's doing it again.
wow, the internet's trying to stop me from talking.
Why?
But I hit.
I think it's back. It's back now.
Hello.
Yeah.
We're back.
Okay, so 8:30 down. 870 down. Wait. 980 up. Shouldn't have a problem.
That's so odd.
Maybe it's YouTube. Maybe it's YouTube. I don't know. Or maybe it's my cord. Maybe my Ethernet cord is bad. I'll have to change it out. We shall see. All right, we're gonna wrap it up there. Dude, I fucking Google Fiber. This is like rocking internet. Like when I upload a video, it's like I'll hit upload and it's done. Like boom. It's great. I don't know what the hell's going on here though. So let's end it.
Okay.
Super Chat Square up Saturday night. Az, what you got coming up?
Friday Night Tights.
A shortened show.
Oh, it's only 2 hours. Is it two and a half hours?
2.5 hours. Yeah, because
But
we're starting
an hour later.
Because we're starting later. That's why I'm making it shorter. Well, dude, okay, real quick. I'll be brief as possible. They put the Friday Night Tights panel on Friday at the Anime Matsuri. And I'm like,
They're probably like, oh, it makes sense to put them on Friday.
It's not like they got a show.
so we got him to change the time, but the time is we might be able to start a little bit earlier. It depends on how fast I can get from convention to hotel room because I'm going to set up Thursday night.
I'm still leaving at midnight.
Oh, yeah. Leave when you got to leave. That's fine.
And then our stuffing thing.
I think
I got stuff coming sometime.
Hmm.
Maybe. Go check it out.
check it out. MauLer,
Watch my Barbie video.
Gary.
what do you got coming up?
Well, Oh, okay. So Friday, I'm gonna be talking to Your Movie Sucks about his Critical Drinker video. That'll be nice and non-controversial, I'm sure.
Sure.
And then the day after, as far as I'm aware, everyone's agreed we're having Dark Viper and Destiny on to discuss React content. They are basically they sit on opposite ends of the issue. And however that ends up going, we are then going to watch the XQC Ethan debate on EFAB because that shit is insane and nonsense. So, yeah, two chunky bits coming up.
Chunky bits.
You know how it goes. It's just normally we do one EFAB episode per week, but this was impossibly difficult to schedule people, and so this was the best we could come up with in order to actually have these things happen. And then, well, the plan is to bring out my video on soon.
Oh, you could actually say a date.
19th is when I want to release it.
That's
okay?
around my
When I-
birthday, so you should release it for my birthday. That's what I
Aw.
want for my birthday present.
So, I mean, I've spoken to Rags and Ring, and we're pretty much in the final stages of we're trying to get a thing sorted for release, but we're waiting on essentially the company to let us know. And so that thing will be promoted in theory by the video. And so the video is almost good to go. I need a couple more days to finalize it. So it'll be ready. It's a guarantee it'll be ready by the release date, but I don't know if that's going to be ready by release date. But I'm doing everything I can to get it because I would really like to release the video on the date that I said I would release it, because that makes people really sad when you don't do that. So that's all on the way, yes. And then the anniversary, which is the 26th, I believe, of which you two are, of course, invited. Not X-Ray Girl, though.
Huh?
Nothing at all.
I'm gonna be on a mountain. It's fine.
Oh. You went to a mountain just to avoid me and EFAB?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's fine, man. That's fine. But yes, 26th, that's the anniversary. 24 hours of E-fappening. Hopefully
Awesome.
these gentlemen shall join me. Or at least
I should definitely be there.
Yes.
For you.
We'll be there for you. I'll be
That's,
there for you.
I'll be there for you.
People.
Oh, you can find me X-Ray Girl. I do lots of games. Baldur's Gate, Final Fantasy. Oh, and I'm almost finished Doctor Who, the Eccleston series, which I'm really sad because I really, really, really like him. And that those last two episodes were so freaking good. The Empty Child and the Doctor Dances. Also Captain Jack, drool on drool on drool. But anyways,
He used to put his penis on co-stars' shoulders when they were getting their makeup put on.
Eccleston's performance in season 1 is the best performance of any doctor
I
throughout
love
the
that
series.
those are the two comments between you two.
I
Gary's like appreciating the craft, and Ad's like cock on the shoulder.
He used to put his cock on the shoulders.
he's a dick and he's crazy. I'll just keep going with my analysis, but like his like season 1 is that like it is a perfect performance all the way through.
Absolutely. That's how you do a good male and female lead that just works together so well.
Love
So-
that.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yes, they
A little
did.
bit of an age difference of about 800 or so years, but you know,
So
He was around 40. She was meant to be 19, was she in the
dude,
show?
he was like
19, yeah.
900. Okay, get it right.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Oh, sorry, I'm going Christopher Eccleston. Sure.
Yeah. And well, I think that she really likes him because she's never really grown up with a male character, a dad. So
A dad.
he's kind of like a dad, but then also,
What
so-
happens when a dad turns into a boyfriend?
It's called Disney or
You
Game,
get-
Game of Thrones
Well, you get David Tennant. That's what you get.
Oh, okay.
or The Witcher. The Witcher. Amir, wants to marry his daughter. So
He wants to impregnate his daughter. Really?
well, I mean that's What you think? But it's just for the kingdom, so it's nothing personal.
Yeah.
It's just to claim rights to a kingdom. It's nothing.
Just claim
nothing
rights
weird.
To the king.
Kind of
Nothing
like
weird.
in Game of
Totally
Thrones.
explains it.
Just wanted to impregnate my daughter. Nothing weird going on.
It's just for the kingdom. It's for the good. It's for the greater good. Fucking weird.
I just saw just a notification, by the way, just a news event. A driver has been taken to hospital after crashing his car into the second story of a house.
What?
How did you get that high?
You crash off a bridge, probably. No.
I get, yeah. I mean, it's just like the second. It looks like a normal neighborhood. Maybe there's a
The
rat.
driver was so fucking high. The driver was so high, the car went with him.
These speed ramps are out of control.
So- Thanks everyone for being here. Thanks to the Nerdrotics. Thanks to everyone who left a super chat and donation. We will read it and square up. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I will be at Anime Matsuri this weekend. There'll be an FNT/YouTuber panel. On Sunday, there's a Sipcast panel. We are doing the show live. We'll be in like separate hotel rooms. Me and Drinker will probably be together, but everybody else will be in their separate hotel rooms unless I can find a meeting room last minute. But yeah, so we have the panel there. We also have, I'll be there Saturday. There's like a YouTuber section where we'll be signing stuff. I'll have merch there, but like Melissa made these. So Garrett's going to have a wanted one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And Vector Visual is the man, the artist there. So hope to see you at Anime Matsuri. I'll actually just be hanging out. Believe it or not, I'm not going to be running around shopping at that convention. I might escape to go to some comic shops, but yeah. I'll get a little hentai maybe, but that's it. Just a little.
Wow.
Just kidding. I don't even know what the fuck it is.
Tentacles and holes. Probably tentacles
What?
and holes.
MauLer?
MauLer, you want me to send you something?
MauLer is hentai.
This is not news.
To me, it is.
Duh. Drinker's gonna be on Friday Night Tights, so that'll be cool.
Oh, and Chrissy's show on Friday.
Yes.
Well.
Yeah. So we're doing the panel, then doing the show, and then doing Chrissy's show right after that. I think we have half an hour in between each one, so it's gonna be a lot of hauling ass in between.
It's gonna be tight.
Gonna be tight. Probably gonna be late to all three of them. So
Mm-hmm.
I was late to the panel at San Diego Comic Con. People just laughed, dude. Listen.
You have time blindness. It's
Okay.
fine.
As I got back in time, Frank Gore didn't answer his phone and couldn't tell me what place it was. And I'm like, oh, it's just a Marriott. It's an adjacent hotel. How big could it be? It was fucking huge. So I went to the wrong side. So I hauled ass and I got in and I'm like, hey. Got a laugh out of it. I said it was on brand.
Sure.
All right.
I believe you.
Thanks, everyone. See you next week on Az's channel.
Yeah.
Ciao, Bella.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, boo.
Oh no, spooky ghost.
Ah!
All right, we're out.
You calling us